Thank you, Kitty. Very cool. Thank you. Very helpful, Kitty. Hello.
Get it started off somehow.
We're back.
Hey.
Oh, no.
We're here this time. I promise. I actually did the work. Yay.
So,
yeah.
quick little PSA before we begin. First, let me just check and make sure my audio is good. Yeah,
It's fine.
So, there is a bit of a thunderstorm outside right now. So if I cut out and like my electricity goes out, the stream might just be over unless it's back in like 10 minutes or something like that. So bear that in mind. That is all, folks.
Yeah.
Don't die.
So DD?
DD.
Get struck by lightning, Fivehead.
Just don't get struck by lightning, Fivehead. Pfft. Just tell Zeus to fuck off. Actually, don't do that. You might turn into you might turn into
going to work out.
If you feel something humping you from behind, it's probably Zeus.
For today.
Huh?
My daily meme drop in your alt's DMs.
Oh, please, no.
Oh,
Yes.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now.
God.
This one's
I think
funny.
I think I'm about
Don't
to
worry.
witness Briar's very, like, the last brain cell they have just getting fried by some crunchy meme coming from Yash. Oh, yeah, I got sent it too. 1 second,
Fuck it,
folks.
yeah, you're all getting sent it. Where's Purple's DMs?
Jesus fucking
God,
Christ.
we rarely talk DMs.
I thought we were here to play Dungeons and Dragons. It turns out we're just here to bear witness to Yasha's... What do you use again? 9-gag?
Yes.
Yeah, I fucking
9
knew it.
gags with a lot of filters to get rid of the fucking bots. Jesus Christ.
Oof, yeah.
All the bots, all the time.
Yeah.
Yasha.
What?
Not
Well, anyway,
fine.
does anybody remember what happened in the previous session?
Roko's a right bitch.
Correct.
And I can't-
Arm.
Yep, he turned Tim into a Mr. Potato Head for just a second there and crushed off one of his hands. And then the bone fell loose of that. And then Nezrin was like, I mean, I can't just leave it laying on the ground. And Moros was like, might be kind of cool.
Might be kind of cool. I don't know what's gonna happen.
And they just...
Nesrin basically went, I can't let this get into anybody else's hands, you know? It'd be so bad if it got to the wrong hand.
Is she wrong? We've seen
No,
what
she's
happens
not.
when it goes into the wrong hand.
No, she's not wrong. However, it's still funny to be like, well, I can't just let it go to the wrong hands.
Emphasis on hand, because it's quite literally in their right hand. It was in the right hand, right? Now your left?
Yeah, right. He's in the
Gotcha.
right one.
Is your character a righty or a lefty?
Ambidextrous.
Gotcha. Quick question. Does it make it... Do you think morals would consider it a sin if they used that hand?
To do what, makeshift?
To do,
To lead the train? To put Percy in the playpen? To go heels to Jesus, but solo mode?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we've discussed whether or not is a sin, so... like, in the Death Church, and it's been at the point where it's like, he doesn't care. So,
Yeah,
like,
true.
I don't know. Like... It's not like it's in her finger, it's in her, like, hand.
Is it
Yeah, true.
is it a wrist bone or like?
Yeah, it's a wrist bone.
We're discussing this on
It is not a...
Yeah.
It is not a metatarsal. Or no, it's not a metacarpal. It is a... No, wait. That is, a carpal bone. Holy crap, that took me a minute. Or no, it might be tarsal. Anyway, does anybody else remember any of the other details of the previous session?
Nah.
Yeah, that was kind of the big one. It was mainly Tim got his arm ripped off and you encountered Roko, who,
Oh Oh, wait!
Showed
Call
you.
me, teacher, I remember!
Oh, yes, Briar, you in the back?
I talked with the father at the death church, and he told me that there's something funky with the life church, because the life church like has a statue of their goddess, and it's supposed to be like bleeding, and that shit's funky. So I'm like, I guess I gotta go to the life church now. You could probably explain it better than I could, but that's what I remember.
That is pretty accurate. Father Nicholas was like, yeah, I don't usually want to try and start things, but there is without a doubt some very not good secret going on within the Cathedral of Life here in the city. And he gave you a scroll that was very well hidden and very old that seems to depict the history of the Life Church, or at least the Cathedral of Life here in the city. Also, you all made a death saving throw and saw your dead bodies in water during that last bit of the fight with Roko.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
funky.
Oh, I actually forgot about that. Alice was so shocked.
That was outright Demon of Darkness kind of shit. I was like, ugh.
Thank you for adding more to, reminding more of the shit that Alice has gone through. And oh my god, it's a rat! It's a rat!
Rat.
Yeah, dogs are infesting the stream right now.
Hi! You wanna come here? Come here. Come here, old lady. Alright, everyone, this is our new mascot, Old Lady Greta. Sniff,
Oh,
sniff.
hell yeah.
Sniff, 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 sniff. Yeah? You sniffing? What are you sniffing? Sniffa, sniffa? You wanna say
She
something into the
smells
mic?
gay.
Say something into the mic.
As I would like to say, legally distinct from our old mascot, which was young Lady Greta.
Yeah,
Because now she isn't young anymore.
yeah, she's over the age of 10.
Oh,
She's my baby and I love her and she's going blind.
oh.
Can't see shit.
Dang.
Oh.
Anyway, we are here to play Dungeons and Dragons. I think we should go play Dungeons and Dragons. Makeshift, what do you think?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I think so too.
Hell
so anyway,
yeah.
Tim has gone off and done his thing to go recover in some place where he, I don't know, probably cannot be discovered by his bastard children. And do you all want me to just time skip you to like the next day, or do you want to be in the same day after Roko fucked around with all of you?
I'd say
Next day?
time skip to the next day. Give us a little bit of time to
Yeah.
recover.
Yeah.
So after the events of that day, you all managed to get a long rest in and wake up the next day, having
Alright.
been through all that.
Long rest.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I forgot to pop my
I-
character sheet out.
I get my rages back. I get my rage back.
All of the rage. Wrist. I really like that it shows you all the stuff you recover now.
Yeah. This is funky.
Yes.
It's so nice.
Excuse me.
And now, you all are waking up the next day, and things are pretty calm. Is there anybody? Do you all want to roll to wake up and to see who wakes up first, or is it fine if I just go in like alphabetical order, or just like whatever order I feel like?
Go in whatever order you feel like. I'm curious.
Sure. I'm gonna say Malin and Soldier. Malin, you feel Soldier kind of like awake a little bit, and you wake up, feel him kind of like stir around.
Yeah, just like a cat whose owner has shifted underneath her. Just head perks up, looks down at him, but then just looks away, gets up, does the big stretches, and yawn. You awake? Or were you just dreaming?
Not yet.
No.
Not quite.
Okay. You can sleep a bit more. I'm gonna sit down and give him a little head massage. No! Brian, no! Not again! You gotta roll one dice now. Come on, do it.
Do it.
Roll for fart.
Okay. No, that's fine. Good. Damn.
15's fine. Besides, I think at this point Malin is used to that smell.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
she gives him a bit of head scratches, lets him sleep a bit longer, but then eventually he's like, "Alright, I am getting hungry. Do you want some food?"
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Is this soldier or flowers?
This is flowers.
Very sleepy flowers. Okay.
Yeah. Yesterday was kind of weird. Kind of why.
Yeah. You're gonna go to the kitchen and prepare some stuff.
Yeah. He's gonna follow and help.
When you head to the kitchen, you see Waylon's already woken up and he's like busy like cooking up some coffee right now. He like looks over his shoulder and sees you and he's like, "Morning, guys. How you doing?"
Morning, Wayland. Pretty good. The I think I dreamt of the big water place again, but it is what it is. You doing alright?
Well, as alright as I can be doing. In just the last, what was it, 2 days now? I
Yeah.
had to kill an old friend of mine, if I can really call him a friend. Meet the god of death, and well, see that guy get born, and then see Tim's arm get ripped off. Oh yeah, and see myself dead in front of me. Okay, so maybe I'm not. I feel like I'm kind of repressing it right now, but I'm hanging in there. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it? It's obviously not good to repress it. I think you know that yourself.
Honestly, I think that was me talking about it. I see him kind of like pause
Fair
and
enough.
lean away from the coffee like pod for a moment and go, it's kind of weird. I've never once talked like that. Like back in the day, I really just told people, yeah, I've been through some stuff recently. It's kind of nice. It's well, it's about all the not nice stuff.
And he was in the background. Flowers, or he's just making some bread or some shit. Making some dough.
Malin's just going to. I'm going to say step up onto a chair so she's like vaguely eye height to to Wayland. Tilt her head a bit and then spread her arms. Come here.
You see him like pause for a moment before he just kind of smiles and is like, "Okay, sure," and he goes in for a hug.
Yeah.
It's not like a very embracing one. It's kind of like an awkward, like the arms are out. Like he doesn't quite do this often.
Yeah. Malin full on hugs him, like deep pressure. I mean, as much as she can. Deep pressure around him. Yeah, and just very softly murmurs, "You know, you can come to me if you feel like you want to talk to somebody, right? Or any of us, probably."
I appreciate it. I'll keep it in mind.
Good. Pats him off.
He pours himself a little bit of coffee and walks out of the room moments later.
Awkward teenager.
Yeah. Alice, can you give me a quick con save to see how long it takes you to wake up?
Oh god. Saving throw or ability check?
Ability check.
Fuck me, that's 7.
Yeah, you're still a little asleep. You're like in that phase, like right as you're like waking up, where you like don't really want to get out of bed. So, yeah. So you're like awake but tired. Do you want to force yourself out of bed and go socialize?
Yes, she will. Although it's not to socialize, she needs to eat food.
Word.
And she's
Uh,
like possibly walking into every wall, just thud, ow. Possibly like there's a doorway she's supposed to like duck her head underneath and ow. I'm up.
No.
You all hear a bunch of thumping and like clopping noises as Alice makes her way like around the corner and into the kitchen. I see that face you're making, Briar.
Clop, clop, clop. No. Clop,
Clop,
clop, clop. I love
But I
inside
was
jokes.
curious. That's based on a joke about how Elric can wild shape, and a joke we made off stream.
Long time ago.
So yeah, you, soldier and soldier and flowers, soldier and Malin. You see Alice walk into the room, looking quite tired.
Good morning, darling.
Morning. My head now hurts. Is there food yet?
On it.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
I think-
flowers.
I think he's making bread at the moment. It's going to be very delicious. Do you want me to? You look a bit rumpled. Do you want someone to braid your tail? Hi.
Sure, sounds good. Alice will she will do the like she'll get down on like bend down with her knees so it's just like not too much on you.
Yeah.
Although she's also at a table so she's got her arms up just like I'm waiting for food.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I can imagine she can probably sit down fully. And
yeah, that's what I meant by like she's fully sitting down.
yeah, yeah.
Her face shows tired. Her eyes show anger, and it's very much she's confused type thing.
Yeah.
There's a mixed emotion going on in her eyes, but the rest of her face is tired.
Yeah.
She's like,
And you see that soldiers is like mid bread construction right now.
Mid-bread construction, like making the leaning tower of Pisa just as a bread.
Bastard. Oh, fuck yeah.
I try to
Gonna-
make
gonna
chocolate
braid that
souffle.
tail.
It ends up as a lava cake. Panic.
Any other socializing you want to do before I switch over to Group B?
It's not.
I'm good.
Go ahead.
Gotcha. Meanwhile, over in Briar's room, or over in Nesrin's room.
Mm-hmm.
Nesrin,
Nesrin's bed.
you've also woken up. Thank you, Kitty, for covering that.
Kitty's
kinda
cat
showing
wants
the
to
butts
show
again.
us the ass.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, Nesrin, you wake up and, after, quite a day yesterday, you've got a couple of things to sort through. You didn't dream about anything strange, though.
Hmm.
But now you got that bone in your wrist, you got that eye in your face, and you have that scroll from Nicholas.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
I want to look at the scroll again first.
All right. You pull it out, you put it on your desk, you gently unravel it, As you look at the first page, give me a. I'll let you decide between a history check, a religion check, or even a insight check.
Trying to see which one is the highest. That would be my religion. So, you're gonna get a religion check. With guidance, because I'm choosing to do this. And I have, first-hand knowledge. So, you got that. Can I please not... God, I have so many things open. The religion... With a plus 1d4. Normal. Normal.
Nice.
Even with a roll of 9, I got above a 20. That'll be 21.
Wow.
Nice.
So, and that was a religion check? Yep.
Yes, religion.
So, when you're looking at the first image, it seems to be a you can see what looks to be some kind of goddess. That part is quite obvious just due to the way that the entity is tableaued in the picture. And bet you know I knew that word. And just based on that way, you can tell, like, okay, this is clearly meant to be a god character. There's other sort of humanoids that are down at, like, standing on the ground level. And it looks as if they're touching a statue that resembles them. And the statue has a slight radiance to it because of that. Based on your religion check, you're able to determine that that depiction of that goddess is almost certainly Iverna, the goddess of life.
Okay.
But the statue looks not quite like her. It does look similar, though.
Does it look like the statue I saw in the past?
Indeed, it does look like the statue from the Cathedral of Life.
So it looks like who that one priest, person, pastor, father? I'm just gonna call him a priest. So it looks like that the person that the priest referred to as Libertin.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm just gonna say that I probably brought a lot of books from the church with me to our little mansion place. I would like to look through my little collection of books and see if there is a mention of Libertin anywhere in them.
Give me a difficult insight check because you're trying to look through a bunch of books for a mention of just a name.
Okay,
Although I
so
assume-
disadvantage then?
Yeah, you're basically trying to be like, oh, what book was it that mentioned some name I don't recognize?
Yeah, so it'll be a bit difficult. But can I use guidance again? Because it's cantrip. And I'm
Sure.
looking. I love guidance. I love guidance so much.
Guidance.
Guidance! So you said insight?
Yes.
Disadvantage. I forgot to roll the 1d4. So that is a 9 total. Ugh.
You try and rack your brain thinking of anything that mentioned that name, but you can only you just have a lingering suspicion like maybe it was somewhere tucked away, but not quite. You can't find anything that mentions the name Laverton directly.
Yeah. God, that was such a bad roll. Jesus. Okay, well, I'm not gonna go through all of my books right now. I should probably eat something. But then I remember. I've got a bone and an eye from a god. I want to see if I can do anything with them.
Sure.
I would like to check out the bone first. Can I convince you an Arcana check? As I'm trying to see if they have any magical abilities.
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check.
Cool. Once again, guidance! I love my cantrip. I can see why Angels likes it so much.
Okay.
Arcana. Don't forget the 1d4. Normal.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
26.
You sit there in your room and you close your eyes for a moment and you focus in on that spot within your wrist and kind of draw your attention into it to understand it. And then after a moment, you open your eyes and you don't see your hand there. But when you move, you can kind of sense the presence of your magic. And you realize, just by focusing on the bone, your body has gone completely invisible.
That makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. Cool, 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 cool. Okay.
Okay. So, oh, wait.
That's how the guy went invisible
Yeah.
when we were tracking him.
Yeah, so that's how he just went poof, and he didn't cast his spell and shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool, 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 cool. So the bone can make me invisible. I'm gonna put that in my notes. Journal. Hello? Can my journal do the thing? Hello? Hello? Okay.
Hello.
I'll try to fix it in a bit. I won't forget that easily. Okay. I gotta figure out how to turn back. Can I try doing the same thing again, focusing on the bone and trying to just come back?
Indeed, as you focus in on it once again, you reappear.
Oh my. Okay, after that being freaky. I want to see if the eye can do anything, because I haven't been able to see out of both eyes in a long time. So this is kind of funky. Same thing? Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, once again, second verse same as the first. Guidance.
Guidance.
Such a good spell. I love it so much. Cantrips are cantrips. Doot, 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 doot. 1d4. Oh my.
Cantrip, but shouldn't.
17.
Nice.
Once again, you focus all your attention in on that eye, and as you do, you know that feeling of like when you shut your eyes real tight and you get that like wobbly color vision?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that weird effect?
Mhm.
You kind of start to get something like that with the eye, but it's almost like you can see a light shining inside your room that wasn't there before. You weren't paying attention for it with the eye. And as you look towards where the light's coming from, you see the lights emanating out of part of the scroll. Not out of the scroll itself, but it's almost like between the sheets there's a light shimmering through them.
Okay. Gonna take a look at the scroll again with whatever's going on with my eye.
Gotcha. So do you just like unfurl the scroll more?
Yeah.
Do you just keep unfurling until you figure out what's making it glow, or do you like
Yes.
stop at each picture? Okay.
Yeah.
So you unfurl it and you see after the first image you see 1, 2, 3. You see 3 more images, and on that third image, you figure out where the glow is coming from, and it's this odd, almost crimson color coming from the page as you look down at it, and you see a group of what look to be paladins in the depiction wielding red-colored weapons. And the weapons seem to emit this aura that seeps off the page.
Can I tell what kind of aura?
Give me a, I'll say, arcane check.
Okay. Motherfucker, what's with me and low numbers today? 12.
You got no idea.
Oh shit, that was a difficult one. Oof. All right. Mm. Okay. I don't want to take this to just anyone. Especially not anybody at the Life Church if they're close to Roko. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try and focus it on the eye and shut off whatever's going on with it.
You do that, and by just relaxing, you're able to turn off the effect. And now all the depictions are a lot easier to focus on since
Okay.
they're not like shimmering on the last page.
Hold on, sorry, fucking Christ. I need to stop doing that. Just out of curiosity, what is the depiction without the glow? Like,
Oh.
What's the story
After
there?
the 1, 2, 3, you're looking at the fourth depiction in a row, and there's a fifth one after it, but on that fourth one, it looks to be a group of paladins. It's kind of hard to tell what their armor is meant to look like, but it does look religious. They just seem to be paladins at a glance, just based on the somewhat minimalist way they're depicted. And their weapons, very specifically, have a red color to them. They're just not glowing right now. And when you look at them, it seems to be a small number of paladins compared to the depiction on its left, the earlier depiction, which had a larger group of paladins.
okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll up the scroll, and I'm gonna decide to share this with my compatriots. So I'm
Gotcha.
going to get dressed, take a big old deep breath, because I don't want to fucking do this, but who else is going to do it other than me? And I'm going to leave the room and go find where everybody is.
Gotcha. And everybody, as you're still in the kitchen chatting it up, Waylon came back in with his now empty cup to just like put it in the sink. And shortly behind him, Nezrin walks in, and you can see that she's holding a scroll of some kind.
Good morning, sister.
Good morning, Malin.
Did you sleep all right?
She just kind of gives you a really kind of look.
I mean, according to the circumstances, all right.
According to circumstances, I slept fine.
Good.
Morning,
good, good.
Nazrin.
Alice? Flowers?
Huh?
Good morning.
Morning.
He's so fucking
And
cute.
he was just like hunched, looking into the ovens, looking at the bread.
Impatient.
Flowers,
It's
can you,
almost done.
Flowers, can you toss me like a vegetable over there? I think there's some carrots someplace. Could you toss me one? I need something to snack on while waiting for the bread.
Hold on, let me see what I can find.
Throw an apple. Throw an apple.
I mean, that would work too.
Yeah, I'm going to say I find an apple with that. I was like, boop.
This is
There you
totally
go.
a carrot. Yeet.
Yeah.
An apple works too, Flowers. Don't. It's fine. I just need something to eat while waiting for the bread.
It should almost be done. Soon.
Only a
Like,
few more minutes.
Hunter's back looks back at it.
Bro's
Alice just takes a big,
tripping.
loud bite. Alice just takes a loud bite of the apple. Just. Yeah, sure. It's soon gonna be ready.
Yeah.
I've
All right, so we have.
mentally decided I will wait until after breakfast to bombard them with bullshit.
Good. Thank you.
Word. You all do one of
Okay.
those like video game cutscenes where all the characters are just vibing for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Eat some bread,
Yeah.
drink some coffee, fight
Like Persona
Jesus,
5 when you're in like a save spot.
or Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Do we get one of those cooking scenes, please?
Flowers
Sure, yeah.
becomes Grandmaster Chef.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Sure, I'll let you do like a check if you want to like cook up something special to boost morale.
Oh god.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh god, what kind of shit would that be?
What is a
probably like
cooking check?
I want to say like a performance check, honestly.
Can I assist him? Since
Yes.
I
Performance.
probably taught him how to cook and shit.
Yeah, at this
I
point
would
you
go
know
with survival, but
how to cook what you're cooking, so I'll just say you can automatically cook a proper meal. But a performance check to see if you can make it like look real pretty as it's getting served.
Hell yeah!
Ah,
alright.
plating.
Am I getting help from Ellen? Alright, fuck you. Advantage.
With Malin, it's even more like a Monster Hunter cooking scene.
Ow! In middle of the middle line. Jesus.
2 10s. You doing an
Jesus
okay
fuck.
job. Nothing that like gives everybody a buff, but like you make the meal look pretty. It's pretty. Yeah, looks very
Nice to
presentable.
look
it's,
at.
it's neat, it's
Oh, yeah.
clean, delicious.
My favorite fast food slogan. Neat, clean, delicious.
Freshly harvested, definitely not legal. Arby's.
Damn, didn't know human meat was back on the menu.
Whoa!
No, we're not going to
yes.
your family flowers. No.
No.
Jim's Planned Parenthood and Pizzeria, where yesterday's loss is today's sauce.
Oh no.
Tim has an issue with too many bastard children. I have a solution.
Oh.
As long as it's not the last
Wait.
one.
Late stage abortion.
Oh god.
Correct.
I need an abortion. How many weeks along are you? 162. Something
How many is one of you?
seems.
10 years? Huh?
Oh. Oh
So-
man.
You all finish up breakfast,
Yay.
and you all feel nice and full, nice warm meal in your stomach.
Stomachs. Hi.
Stomachs, yeah.
Stomach and or multiple.
And so, Nezrin, actually, I can just do this in character. As
Mhm.
Waylon's finishing up the last bites of his meal, he looks over at you and says, "So, it looks like you got something there. Something you want to talk about?"
Yes. When we returned to the Death Church, Father Nicholas imparted some knowledge onto me. And she will clear a decent enough space on the table to where she can unfurl the scroll completely and show everyone.
You unfurl the scroll, and everybody, you're able to see what looks like a series of 5 images on this long, like table-length scroll, which shows what looks like a building and people inside of it at various stages. It's very pictorial, and there's almost no writing on it at all, and what writing there is doesn't look like any language you've seen.
Does any of the images look anything like what we saw when we were in the past?
When you look at the first image, it does vaguely resemble a depiction of that church. Small, simplistic, statue in the middle seems to be a representation of that statue.
Okay.
Alice isn't going to ask. Is it as a clarifying thing that the church we saw when we were below the city?
Yes. Specifically, it's the Church of Life Chapel. before whatever schism imparted onto it, that there is a statue of what the priest called Leverton, not Iverna.
Wait,
Who now? What?
The goddess of life I was raised to worship, to protect, to work for was Iverna. That's the one most people know. The priest in the life... Blah, 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 blah. That's Briar's brain fucking up. The priest that we met in the past, he called her Leverton. The statue looked like that. I remember...
name-
Sorry.
No, Alice is just like, did the name change or because she's confused? Please continue.
Most likely, yes, it did change. I've heard stories of a schism in the Life Church, but I didn't think that it was big enough to change how we depicted our goddess. I thought it's always been Iverna. But it seems I was wrong.
Makeshift.
Yes.
Is it possible to do a religion check or something like that to remember the difference between Leverton and Ivana and the other secret third one that I saw in my dreams?
Yes, you can give me one at advantage. Since you
Fuck
are from the
yeah.
Feywild and you've had some pretty direct experience with this.
Fuck yeah! Double that
Oh,
20s!
yeah.
Jesus fucking
Wait,
Christ!
Literally
I'm
two
sorry.
nat 20s!
Yeah.
What is with this group and our
Wow.
luck of the dice? Jesus Christ! What
So-
do you...
As I'm still
It's
robbed
wild.
of 3 nat ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm turning that into a clip. It's a great time.
It's great.
So, and making an emote for it. And you recall immediately, like with such clarity it baffles you, that one, the goddess of life, Iverna, was the one that you saw like deep under the water in your dream. That individual who pulled you up out of the water, strange as they were, had glowing yellow eyes and called themselves your king. And also verbally identified that god that you were seeing down there as the goddess of life, and you should probably not go near them. And that Leverton is the name of the supposedly long dead goddess of nature. Although it's uncertain if she died or, like, you know it's an old name, and there's people who assume she's dead. But there's other people who are like, no, the name just changed to this person. And because you got the 2 nat 20s, you know that supposedly the name of the new god of nature was Elric.
Yeah. Because I think he also identified himself. Or, like, said his name, maybe? In the dream?
I think he just called himself your king.
Damn. Okay, but we did hear the name Elric from one of the dragons.
And
The
Yes.
one we went to.
Henrik did say that he was like, oh, you met Elric?
Yeah.
And because you made that connection, I'll say that Malin at this point in time just made the synapses connect and realized, wait a second, that's the goddess of life. That one's the goddess of nature. Name change to Elric. The dragon said Elric. That dude said he was the king. Wait a second, the king of the Feywild is the god of nature? And that dragon met him?
Yeah.
So all that you realize that in your head is you now know the name of the supposed king of the Feywild and the god of nature.
Yeah. So, okay.
Mela just phases out for a moment, just sits there.
His whoo.
She goes into like the Sherlock mind palace.
Discombobulate.
Exactly. Okay, okay.
Discombobulate.
Remind me.
Nightmare.
Which
You scared the cat.
which one was it? Like what did the old life church call their god?
The Old Life Church was calling their god Laverton, and they thought that was
Okay.
the goddess of life.
And the new life church knows it's Averna.
Yes, they've been using the name Iverna.
Okay. Then she will like listen to that and be like, "How I actually I think it was. I mean the Verton was not the goddess of life. Uh, she was the old nature goddess actually, as far as you know the Feywild stories, but she was the old nature goddess. But she is supposedly dead, and now there's that new king of the Feywild that's also the nature god now, which is not that guy, but the Elric guy.
The who?
The the king of the Feywild that we saw at the
The mayoral introductions?
place. Exactly. That is not the king of the Feywild, and that is not the god of nature, but the actual king of the Feywild, who I met in the dream, who the dragon knew, Elric. I mean, I probably shouldn't say this, but he is the new god of nature.
Okay.
Wait, so Henrik knew the god of nature and also just gave away his name on like a misunderstanding?
I think
And also
so.
you met him in a dream?
Suppose?
I mean,
Yes, I did.
Was that the dream where
were
you
the one-
ate the golden goop?
Exactly, yes. That yeah.
also, wait, then I believe if I remember correctly, Henrik only gave the name because we mentioned the King of the Feywild?
True.
Oh, that's right.
We had mentioned he was
Yeah.
running for office, and then Henrik called him Elric.
Yeah, it's actually one of the reasons why I never called the King of the Feywild his name. Because it's like...
So, back to the original issue. So they were worshipping the Verton as the goddess of life when she was goddess of nature? And then there came a new one. Elric. No. Elric is the king of the Feywild. Is he both?
I think it's both. Just strange, but yeah.
Oh, alright. Both. Perhaps that's when the schism happened? Makeshift, can I please make a religion check to see if I can remember in my teachings at the Life Church if I ever heard a rough time frame of when the big schism happened?
Yeah, give me a religion check.
Ooh yeah, my big one. Gimme!
Go for it. Guide yourself.
I not after rolling. Would a 14 give me a rough estimate? I'm not looking for exact dates. I'm looking for how many centuries ago it might have been.
Yeah, you do recall that in some of the teachings, one of your teachers mentioned that the schism occurred around 500 to 700 years ago, and it's not particularly clear why.
Okay.
and that there's conflicting evidence between air quotes experts or historians.
Okay. Everything I remember says it was half a millennia, over half a millennia ago. Very rare we'd find someone who's living who would understand what happened. At least not on this plane of existence.
I mean, actually, like the actual king of the Feywild might know.
Right,
That
but
we
then
would
we'd have to go
talk
find
to
him.
about again. Yeah.
And I wouldn't
And-
dare ask the masquerading one.
No. I mean, we could.
As it stands, I would like to visit the Church of Life today. If you wish to come with me, you are more than welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, question, who's here right now, Soldier or Flowers?
Flowers.
He doesn't know what the fuck's going on, does he?
No, he's looking at pretty pictures.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll just check in.
He has no clue. He's like, oh. Ooh.
So as of right now, there are only 4 people that are actually looking at these going, the fuck do these mean? And then there's just pretty.
He's pretty. Look at the dog in this one.
There's a dog!
Why are we gonna go popper?
Makeshift.
Yes.
Is there any like humanoid figure with gold eyes on this page at all?
Ooh, good question.
Let me take a look at the notes. As you kind of scan across them, you see one where the church is a bit smaller, and there's the goddess blessing a statue. As you cross that one, you see that the statue is more radiant, as the church is also, like the church and the statue are radiating. You're looking around, you do see people, but none of them seem to clearly have like golden eyes depicted on them. And then the next 3 images, nothing really points out like golden eyes. The statue, though, does have gold coloring to it.
Do I see a person that looks like the person I know Elric is? Anywhere.
You do not. It doesn't look like anybody there is depicted to look like him.
What does the statue is it okay, hold on. Is it the same statue that we saw in the past? That
Yes,
you're saying looks like okay.
It looks like that, yeah.
Was it a gold color then too, or
It was like ordinary stone coloring, but there were sort of hairline fractures in the structure that showed a little bit of like gold underneath it, almost like it was slick, like a
Okay.
golden liquid.
okay.
I just fucking remembered that they also were like, hey, there was no Death Church back then either, hee hee. Fucking hit me like lightning. Excuse me.
Yeah.
There was one more thing I wanted to do and I couldn't remember. Do. Oh, right. One more thing about this scroll, though. She points to the new eye. This allows me to see something new. I'm not exactly quite sure myself, but I tried it. Right here, and then she'll point to the paladins with like the red-colored swords. It's covered in some sort of aura I've never seen before. In my bedroom, I couldn't make heads or tails of it, but eventually I'll have to figure it out. There's something odd here.
When you say aura, is it like
It was glowing. The scroll itself was just glowing.
so didn't look like an image of any kind? It just
She shakes her head.
is there like a specific one it was pointing at? Now this is now looking more at that image, like
All of them, all of the weapons were glowing.
Makeshift, you said the weapons are red.
Yes, in the image, the weapons are depicted as red. You see a spear, a hammer, an axe, a sword.
Is there anything that I can anything that requires a red weapon that I can think of, like history or religion wise?
You can give me a insight check.
Okay. That is 25.
In your peripheral vision, you recall that Flowers is currently wielding a red axe.
How is this going to snap her head towards Flowers? Red weapon. Red weapon. She's pointing at the axe. Her brain is like mush at the second. Like, there's her red weapon right there.
Flowers,
Flowers.
darling, can you show us the your axe?
Oh, sure. Clunk onto the table.
Ew. And before Nazarene also looks at it, does the scroll where the weapons are illuminated, or where the weapons are, does it smell like anything? Like there was like an oil applied to make it glow?
It just smells like old paper at this point. You can give a check if you
There,
want,
fair
but
enough.
it just smells like old paper.
I'm gonna smell check. I don't care.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Can I also do
made
a
perception?
Can I do a perception check on the axe, see if anything pops out?
Yeah.
That is a
Nice.
19.
With that perception check, you're able to see what looks to be kind of this hairline etching that seems to be like a depiction of teeth and a mouth on the axe blade. And Kitty,
Yeah.
Malin, when you give it like a big old, like really get your nostrils to examine that thing, it just smells like old paper.
Damn.
Maybe the ink is like a little odd smelling because it's like, I don't know, squid ink, like it's old, but it's way too old to smell anything unique.
Damn. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Makeshift. On this hairline fracture of a mouth, you said?
Yeah, it kind of looks like teeth.
Does it like attack? Like, is there a line that goes anywhere else, or is it just the teeth?
No, it just looks like a side profile teeth that you might draw on a character with their head turned to the side.
Teeth. That's all I see.
I mean, is there teeth on the
Flowers?
scroll?
Yes.
Is there anything weird about your axe that you've never mentioned?
Flowers knows it gets warm. I'm not
Flowers
sure.
knows it gets warm, correct. But considering the current conversation and everything anyway.
Oh. Hello, Bjorko.
Hi. The axe talks.
It talks. Anything specific
Yeah.
that...
It likes challenge.
Challenge.
If nothing else, it is bloodthirsty.
Bloodthirsty.
Makeshift.
Yes.
May I make an Arcana check? Okay,
Sure.
first. Soldier, may I see the axe? As in, lay hands on it.
What do you wish to do?
I only wish to see its magical properties. I do not wish to wield it.
Um, Heads or tails?
Heads.
Alright, dragon head. The other.
Ooh.
I did not get to see that coin.
It was not the head. It was tails.
And you said head, right?
Yes.
Alright. And he will pick it up. Across the pommel. Pull his hand over it. And you can very clearly see blood on the weapon now. Is there something wooden that I can chuck it into on a distance?
I mean,
You got a table or a wall.
walls, yeah, there's also the table.
I wouldn't clock it at the table. I would chuck it at a wall and then hold out the hand where the blood was drawn. It would swirl both in the hand as well as on the axe pommel and fly back into it. He puts it back on the table. Let me roll that d4 for damage. So,
Yep.
Come on.
one. Okay, I'm going to supply that.
Did it speak to you?
Not today.
Without putting my
Yes.
hands on it, may I cast a spell just to see its school of magic?
He nods.
I am nothing if not respectful. Where is my identify? There it is. I'm using Memphis's favorite spell. Alright, so
Yeah.
I will use a first level spell slot to cast Identify on the axe makeshift.
Word. Choose one object that you can touch, you cast a spell, and
Oh fuck, I have to touch it.
Oh, you choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the
Ah,
spell.
shit. Fuck. And I did say I wouldn't touch it. Fuck.
Do you have to take magic?
Oh, I do. Yes, actually, I do. Thank you. Then I'm gonna take this back. I do not cast Identify. Instead, I cast Detect Magic. And I will do that. Yeah, I will instead cast Detect Magic. That I don't have to touch. Yay! Thank you, Yasha.
Sense present magic within 30 feet of you. Sense magic, you want to tell faint aura around the visible creature object you are. A school of magic, if any. So, as you cast Detect Magic, you're able to see that there's this faint aura of a similar color to the one that came off the scroll. But it's a little bit more like murky. You know how
Okay.
like lava glows red, or like a light bulb glows light as well. This kind of feels like you're looking at light coming off of lava. It's doing the same thing, but it's stranger, more raw, and
Okay.
unfiltered, or less purified, I guess. And you just get this faint red aura coming off of it. You can't tell what school it's from, and you're not certain it really has a school.
Okay. I'll cast that. Frown a bit. One more thing. And then I'm gonna activate the eye again, and I want to see what's on that axe. Can I activate the eye again? Is this a once per day thing?
Sure.
I can. Yes.
You can
Let's
activate
go.
the eye. As you activate the eye, it feels first more so like everybody in your frame of vision, you can almost like see their pulse. It's strange. It's like you're seeing what's keeping them alive, like throbbing in front of you, whereas everything around them sort of fades a little bit more into obscurity, like it's blurred out. Their life force is the thing you can see focused on with that eye. And the axe, it seems to have something similar. It's not really like veiny, like a body with blood flowing through it, but it's giving off a similar aura of being alive. Just evenly spread out throughout it.
Odd. She's like looking at. She looks at the axe. It looks over at Soldier. Looks at Malin, and Alice, and Wayland. If I look down at myself, what do I see? Same thing?
When you look down at yourself, you see something similar.
Okay.
When you look at your wrist, though, it's kind of like interference. You're getting like static when you look at your wrist.
Oh,
It almost feels
okay.
like the
Okay.
magic is interfering with itself.
I see. Okay.
Question.
Hi, Mom.
Is there anything we can see visibly going on with her eye from our side?
Yes. It's I mean the eye already looks strange, but even like under the veil, I assume you have your veil on.
Not around these guys, no. I have my face... Around these guys, I have my face uncovered.
Gotcha. You see the veins around her eye get a little bit more like stressed and prominent. And like you can tell like, oh, they're using the eye. Why are they doing that?
Like, I'm sorry, but what the fuck? It looks like it's about to pop out of your eye because of the veins. Ugh.
I didn't realize it had an outward appearance.
Maybe just be careful using that out and about.
Well, around most people, I'll have my veil on. And she looks a little offended, and she will close her eyes, stop focusing, and then turn it off.
Alice is going to put her head on the table. It's like, I forgot. Very stressful day yesterday.
Fucking Naruto. Weeb.
Oh god.
Weeb. Alright.
So yeah, that's how breakfast went in the Opal Estate household. Any other things you guys want to touch upon while you have the scroll out and
I will just arrange for us to visit the Life Church after lunch.
Gotcha. You verbally make some plans with the table to, head a little field trip over to the Life Church.
I'm sorry. The fucking
Yeah. There's too many gifts in our side chat right now. Yasha just put in a fucking Doom reference.
The spice.
Oh my god.
The children yearn for the spice.
He's using the Byakugan, man. Or is it the Sharingan? I don't know.
I don't know what any of these
Which
words
one?
mean.
I'm a weeb.
You are a weeb.
Naruto.
But you beat me in the weeb games. Jesus Christ. I'm still proud that I've never seen an episode of Naruto.
Damn.
I've also never seen
Damn
an episode,
thing.
so yeah.
The actual episodes of Naruto are cool. The filler episodes are absolute horseshit.
All right, so I need a
Yeah,
list
they
of like
really
what
are.
are the
It-
real episodes.
Yeah.
And Naruto is like, what, 70%?
It's a lot of filler.
It's bad.
Sounds like One Piece.
Yeah.
I've watched most of though. Sorry. Anyway, go on.
Anyway, yeah, I just arranged for us to go to the Life Church after lunch, and then I will disappear into my room again.
Word. You do
Spread
that.
the wings and just become ravens.
Oh god, that'd be a fun. That'd be a fun one.
I'm assuming somewhere around that there's a place for quote unquote training at the moment, right?
Yeah, you could do a little physical exercise or training
Outdoors is big enough.
outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
outside you could do more movement. The basement probably has like a target to swing a sword at. No, a dummy.
Alice is going to go punch something, not doing any weapon.
Gotcha. Yeah, mind you, it's a little chilly outside, a little nippy, a little cold.
You
Little
think she
nipply
cares?
nippy.
True, you are a centaur. You would not care like at all at this temperature. You step outside, you get that nice fresh crunch of snow. The first, that real fresh snow. It's only like an inch outside, and you could do some training.
Mhm.
Anything else you all do before your little foray over to the Life Church?
We.
Mm,
No.
May I suggest a break?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Take a break, get some water.
Get some water, take a piss. I'm gonna feed the rat.
Get in the water.
Piss, 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 piss,
Get in the water.
piss, piss,
Piss, piss, piss, piss, piss,
Get in
piss,
the
piss, piss, piss,
water.
piss, 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 piss. Hello, hello, hello. We are back.
Ew.
Hey, you were shaking.
Hello.
I like how I could take a "Hey, what's shaking" from makeshift and turn it into a ringtone, and none of you would know if it was him or somebody else that said it.
Yep. Absolutely. You're correct.
This just gave me the strange, like, oh, this would be creepy if somebody did this. You could just, like, record enough of a person to, like, make an AI out of them, and then just have them sit in a call with you. And, like, people are like, oh, hey, what's up, makeshift? And it's just, like, a bot of me, and they don't even realize. It's like,
Oof.
what is up with makeshift? Does he have, like, a cold or something? Why does he sound so weird?
Don't do that, man.
See,
Don't do
voice
that.
bots
Weird.
already exist, and so does voice copying. So this is not far-fetched.
Indeed. It would just be, like, really expensive electronically.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Back to trauma.
You all spend the day, you know, getting yourselves warmed up, relaxing a little bit, doing whatever training you like. Trying not to think about Tim's hand getting severed by some dude gripping it real hard and the sight of your own dead bodies in front of you.
Yeah, I've seen
And
worse.
then-
It's fine.
Yeah, Desert has. And then, after lunch, you're all strapped up with your winter clothing and you head over towards Life Church, I presume? Anything you all want to do before leaving the house? No?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'll just fast travel you over there. So you're walking down Main Street. There's a few other people also bundled up going about their day. There's not a lot of like shopping going on because who's looking to like shop in the snow? There's nobody with like produce out right now. You'd have to like go into one of the buildings. And so, making your way downtown, walking fast, paces past, and you're not homebound, but you are
Okay.
going to a church. So
Nestor ain't
you're
happy
getting
about
closer. And you can see after you like round the corner of some buildings, like the top of the Cathedral of Life comes into view. It's like around another corner, and there'll be a courtyard that you can like see in view. But you can hear like a little. It's getting kind of like louder. Like it seems like there's a gathering going on around the corner. But as you like round that corner and you see the top of the cathedral, it almost sounds like a commotion. Like there's like a fight breaking out, like a big one. There's a lot of like clattering noises and metallic sounds.
it. Oh my.
Uh, I would like to get off the cart and sprint.
I'm gonna
think-
follow her. Pull the cart into a safe place, get off, and then follow.
Word.
Alice is following as well.
I assume you also follow soldiers. Yasha seems preoccupied.
Yeah, I'm distracted by my cat having her
Oh.
5 minutes of absolute insanity.
Gotcha. Same with your D&D character who's running away right now. Or with Maylin who's running away right now. So
Mark, not next to this again. Ah.
you
The
all
orange.
charge towards the sounds of danger. But as the clattering and clanking noises are getting louder, and the commotions, you can hear more people like shouting in fear, it seems. And right as you round the corner, it seems like you're hearing like the last bits of it. Well, you're about to see the last bits of it. You see what looks to be a very tall individual, like 10 feet tall and as broad as like a bookcase, bookshelf. And he's got these really long, beefy arms, and it looks like he's covered in all manner of like metal plates and black substance. And as like the movement of him seems kind of loud. It almost reminds you of like a parade float, like one of those automatons from parades. But when you round the corner and you see them standing there, and there's like a group of individuals in Life Church garb, like standing around it with their weapons drawn, you see the thing lifting up its arms, and then it falls backward. With a big thud, it smacks onto the stone floor, or the stone ground. And standing on its chest with like a real long spear impaled into the chest of this thing that seems to be a bit more bulbous at the center. Bioshock Infinite reference. You see an individual standing on top of the thing, and he's got like a spear shoved in its chest.
Okay.
And they're about like 60 feet away right now.
Do we happen to recognize this individual?
At this distance, doesn't look familiar.
Well, then I'm still gonna sprint closer.
Word. You sprint up closer, and as you get a closer look at this dude, for one thing, you can notice that the thing he's on top of, it seems to just be a big automaton. Like, it's just, like, kind of robotic looking. No flesh or anything, and it looks like oil's oozing out of the center of it where he stabbed it. This individual, though, as you look at him, he has this, very, like, straight and smooth, well-groomed, and very golden blonde hair that doesn't go very, it's not very long, it's just like well trimmed. And his focus is mainly on the thing he just stabbed. It's sort of like, it almost seems like he's making sure it's not going to move again.
Is everyone okay? Are you... What was that?
The person standing on top of it looks up and sees that you talked, instead of just being one of the audience members who are gasping. The way you just picked up that cat.
Yeah. She's being a menace.
He looks up and he glances over at you, and keeping eye contact goes, how the fuck do I do this guy's voice? No, we're quite alright. And he like rips the spear out of the center of it, and his spear, like, it's got a bunch of like black ooze on the tip of it. Kind of like flicks clean.
You did, I probably shouldn't be. What happened here?
Yes, that is a good question.
And you see he like turns and looks away from you and goes,
What did happen here?
and he's talking to some person on the other side of the crowd, and you see like a few people like part to like show a semi-familiar face. You recognize the salesman who was advertising the automatons from the fall festival back in session 2.
This motherfucker.
Mother...
And he goes, well, you see here, I completely forgot how to do this guy's voice, because it's been a while. Maybe they have a few problems with their defense protocol, but at least you know they're very effective. Yes, quite effective. And I think that this audience has very little interest in any more of them. I presume that you'll be able to procure the funds necessary for the cleanup of this, right? Yeah, just let me grab my things. And you see this salesman like scurry away real quick to like grab his bags. Oh well. And he, you see this dude with the spear like hop off on the other side of the body, and he's like talking with somebody on the other side of it. Give me a perception check.
I want to
All
use
of
the
us?
eye. I want to use the
Yeah,
eye
everybody
so
can give me a quick
bad.
perception check.
Richard, how long does it take for me to like activate the eye?
I'll say it's a bonus action.
Okay. Oh hell yeah, baby! 23.
23.
9.
Flowers is the only person so far that did not pass.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody did Flowers. You notice there's 2 centaurs standing on the other side of the crowd that is a bit hard to spot at first because this giant ass automaton was falling to the ground, and there was a dude standing on top of it that kind of grabbed your attention.
It's
But you
pretty
quickly
easy to
recognize-
see who this
Yeah.
is, isn't it?
Yep, you recognize the two centaurs, and standing between them, you can see like the top portion of the dude that the guy with the spear is talking to.
Oh, fuck.
It's the false king of the Feywild.
Fuck. I'm going to quickly put away my sword, which is not my sword, if I may point out that fact to you, Makeshift. That's Sia's sword. I'm gonna quickly put that away so he doesn't see it. Look over at Naylin, like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, she will also see the king of the Feywild and get Nezrin behind her, even though she's not tall enough to hide her.
Don't you come up to, like, here on her?
Yeah,
Oof.
like chest, maybe lower. Yeah.
Oof. Little
Alice is just
guy.
going to- Alice is going to get beside you and give you a look as if, do you want me to hide you or not?
She'll shake her head.
And then as you see them still talking, I named him Desmond, right? Yeah. You see one of the centaurs, Alice, glance over in your direction, and he gives you a smile of like, "Hey, what's up?" Like he sees you there, he's like,
How you doing?
He sees depressed eyes. She does not give him a face back. She'll give him like a nod, but other than that, her eyes are depressed as fuck.
The shoulder touch.
you can see his expression seems to like dampen a little bit, like he understands you're bummed out about something, but his focus is still on his job right now.
Damn, give that man a pay raise.
And seems like the two men wielding spears are chatting about something, and then they pause, and the newer one with like the golden blonde hair, he looks over his shoulder at the group, and back at the person he's talking to, gives a shrug, and all four of them start walking over towards the group, like around the big metallic corpse thing.
Can I take a look at the big metallic corpse?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
Yeah,
want to
give
use
me
the
an
eye on
investigation
that
check.
corpse.
If I'm already not gonna look at all that other shit too distracted, I at least want to be looking at the corpse proper.
Word.
Investigation, perception, anything else?
Investigation, yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, -2. Oh god!
That doesn't fucking matter, Jesus.
Nice.
Nice.
Looking at it, it seems to be made out of flexible materials, but for the most part, it just seems like a much larger version of the previous one you had fought. Or, not fought. Previous one you had seen at the festival. It's almost as if this one wasn't necessarily an upgrade so much as just an upscaling, and they aren't really any different.
Makeshift.
Yes, Briar?
As the other group is walking over, I would like to use the eye and look at that corpse.
Eyes
do
alone
that.
does not dissuade the sharpened blade. To quote Darkest Dungeon 1.
Eyes alone do not dissuade the sharpest blade.
Size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Size alone. So what do you, same thing as Flowers, investigation?
Yep.
Then guess what?
Guidance.
Guidance! Actually, how long does guidance take to
guidance.
cast? Hold on. Let me just make sure.
Should
Oh, an
not be
action,
an
so
action.
it's 6 seconds. They don't get around that thing in 6 seconds, do they?
No, they don't.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I will guidance. And then I will do investigation,
Investigation.
Mit, D4, 14? What can I see with that eye? Makeshift.
As you're looking at it with the eye, all you can really determine is that right from the center where it was speared. Man, Kitty is really goofing around with their cat right now. that cat really appreciates you if they tolerate this. All you can really determine right now is that whatever life force that was inside of this thing
Mm-hmm.
is leaking out the center portion of it right now.
Mm.
It does look to be some sort of soul, but you can't really tell what soul. Like, it's something that was alive that probably just got crammed in there, but it could just be like, I don't know.
What in the
bird.
Five Nights at Freddy's is this shit?
Yeah.
How close are the others? How close is the centaur group with the false king?
They're like one action's time away from being within, like, obviously we're talking to you distance.
So if I look up at them without turning the eye off,
Might be, might yield some unusual results, but
I want to
you
look.
could.
Oh, you hurt my brain. I didn't want to tell you, but I also wanted to see what it would be.
Your veil is down right now, right?
Yes, it's down.
Okay. Well, let me just.
I have to make him think for a second.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, as they round the corner and they're looking at the group, and you look up at them, you do want to, like, examine them with the eye, right?
Yeah, like I want to see what life force is pumping through this liar. What kind of trickster are you, motherfucker?
So, you notice that both the centaurs, their armor is giving off a very pleasant, mild glow that's very radiant. And
Okay.
the false king of the Feywild, I can just call him false since you all know he's the false king of the Feywild. That's
We figured it
established.
out, gang. Gang.
The false king of the Feywild, his body is giving off a good amount of that, like, glowing radiance, much more so than the armor of his, like, centaur buddies. But his weapon is giving off, like, glowing like the sun. It's like he's holding a cluster of stars. It's not blinding you, but it's, like, so deeply enriched with the weave and, like, giving off that radiance that it's like, oh, mama, that thing's rare or very magical.
I will look up, look at them, and then look at the weapon and like slightly flinch, not from like being blinded, just from like the unexpected, whoa, Nelly, that's bright. And then I
Yeah.
will close my eyes, like look at it, flinch, close my eyes really tight, and try to shut the eye off.
You do that. And as you're, like, trying to clench your eye down, that's when they arrive, and you hear the false king of the Feywild speak and go, "Ah, a pleasant sight to see you all here. I hope you're all in good health and keeping warm."
Warm enough, definitely, yes.
Oh, and I should mention, around the king of the Feywild, you can see this kind of, like, very blatant and obvious glow being given off by him. It seems like he has some sort of spell cast on him.
All right, understood.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
We want to do that thing that we did last time that you found a magical object on someone.
What did I do the last time? Oh, no!
told Malin.
No, we don't! I am not telling you shit. We are not having a reenactment of Ice Apocalypse.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, maybe not. That would be bad.
Well enough
Yeah,
in this
maybe we'll-
weather.
Ah. That's nice. Well, I see you all have noticed this contraption.
Hard to avoid.
Yes, a bit harder to kill, too. You hear the, golden-haired guy talk.
I'm sorry, we haven't met. Who are you?
Ah, pardon my manners. And he, props his spear up next to him, and he, takes off, some leather gloves he was wearing, and reaches out a hand and goes, "My name is Lawrence."
Lawrence. And she will kind of reach out a hand. She's wearing gloves, so just she does not remove hers. Reaches out a hand, shakes Lawrence's hand.
He shakes it back calmly and, without, firm handshake, not crushing handshake kind of thing.
Cool.
Just sturdy. Yeah.
Sturdy business handshake. 1, 2.
Yeah. And then he reaches out his hand to everybody else to shake them as well.
Yeah, sure.
Gotcha.
Sure. I grab his hand and shake it.
But when he gets to Alice, instead of giving a handshake, he just offers a bow and as if he's bowing to royalty.
This will be shocked that she'll she'll
Like a quick one?
clearly be flustered of really not again, dear God.
And he then just returns back to his standing position. As you can see, this what did they call it? It's an automaton. Interesting creation, sometimes fueled by living souls, and I hope this one isn't.
What do you mean
Right,
fueled by living souls?
Well, in the False King of the Feywild saying this, well, sometimes these sorts of contraptions can be powered with an animal's soul. I don't really like the practice all that much, but on occasion it has humane applications, using, say, a hamster's soul to power a device that sniffs underground for lost items, and you never want to keep these things trapped for too long. They deserve a pleasant afterlife, after all.
Absolutely, that's abhorrent.
Should not
Indeed.
be using someone else's soul.
Which is
I mean, not
why the
without their
practice
consent.
Which is why the practice never involves sentient creatures or, well, should never last particularly long, or be a product that gets sold to the public on the assumption that it's going to be a servant. And they're both glancing over the corpse at the salesman who's still packing up some bags and stuff.
Yeah, Nezrin is also looking over the corpse at him you bitch.
This is also staring at him. However, she's also looking I will take your head off if you try it again, bud.
That's
you.
disgusting. That's an affront to the very cycle of life.
I'm glad you were able to recognize that as well. You're a sister of the Death Church, correct?
Of course. Though I
No
can
need to worry.
appreciate the cycle of life, and everything must live as everything must die. She's very huffy about this.
He Lawrence gives you a little smirk and goes, "You almost remind me of my earlier teachings."
She kind of looks at him, looks over at Maylin. I've just heard a lot, that's all.
I appreciate any scholar who looks into, well, learning about the church, I suppose, but that one's not really all that unique to the church. Don't tell the clergy I said that.
She'll give him a polite little laugh, but she's angling her hat to try and keep her face hidden, just in case. She does not want to be recognized.
And you hear the false king of the Feywild go, "Well, it's quite cold out here. Would you all like to come join us inside? Well, the presentation was kind of an out of nowhere thing. We weren't really planning on having just a calm day in the church. I was visiting to spread the word of, well, my arrival here.
I came to observe some historical records, but I think we have some time.
Splendid. Well then, lead the way, Lawrence.
The fuck is Lawrence? Who are you? Who are you?
Lawrence,
I don't
Lawrence
like
gives like a little nod, but he seems. Give me a perception check, real quick. Everybody who is looking in his direction.
Perception.
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 Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. Close enough! Dirty 20!
Nice.
Malin and Nezrin, you notice that it seemed like he gave the King of the Feywild a look when he said he's just here to like spread the word of his arrival. It almost seems like Lawrence is like, why you always lying?
Why you always
You're here for political
lying?
reasons.
Why you always
Like,
lying?
You're trying to get elected, dude.
I just want to make sure. I don't recognize Lawrence, do I?
Nope, you have never seen this guy before.
I don't know who that man
Actually,
is.
give me a quick investigation check.
Can I convince you to make it perception?
It's not gonna be a perception. It's
Yeah.
it's a difficult
fine,
inside
fine,
check.
Fine. Come on, baby.
Welcome to Shrug City.
Man,
Shrug
man
City.
from place.
Man from place.
Oh, he is a half elf though. You can see that. He's got
Ah.
them pointy ears.
Haha, pointy ears. It's not like I have them myself.
Pointy-eared leaf lover.
I just realized Tim was the only human in the group.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
that's
The
true.
party now.
Oh man.
Fuck yeah.
Ness was born to have
So-
elf parents.
You all get like herded towards the doors of the church, and they're these like beautiful, ornate-looking doors. Before then, though, Alice, Desmond, as like everybody's a bit more distracted by the conversation, and you're all notably taller, he kind of like shuffles over towards you a little bit, keeping his eye on the conversation. And he gives you like a tap on the shoulder with the back of his palm and goes, "Hey, what's up? You got to seem a little down."
Tim lost a hand.
Oh,
Alice is just like, I failed, and as simple as that. And she will continue with the rest of the group. If he continues to have small talk with her, she will interact with them. However, she's bare minimum of talking.
yeah, he like he scratches his neck. Well, looks like you've been doing well, though. Is that a new axe you got?
Same axe I've had.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, I've just been pretty busy with
Her tail is braided.
her tail's braided.
He's looking
Oh,
at her
yeah.
tail. Hey
He's
girl,
looking at her tail.
you want some tail? Flick.
You seemed a little confused when Lawrence there gave you a bow. Haven't you been experiencing that sort of thing?
No. Though, to be fair, usually Tim's the talker. And
that
the
makes
mention
sense.
of the name Tim is also I'm turning my head back away.
Maybe you're just interacting with too many country bumpkins, you know? It's
Alice is
Hey,
going
what?
to turn her head of like, huh?
I mean, what kind of person doesn't know how famous centaurs are?
How about a centaur that not really out and about herself?
He gives you like a look of like almost like he's about to laugh, and he's like, "Oh, never mind." But just keep in mind the people in the Life Church, they were certainly ready to roll out the red carpet for us.
Alice's eyes twitch of like, I don't like the attention. She will also say that out loud. I don't like the attention.
Yeah, just stick close, you know? A group of centaurs are a lot more intimidating than just the one.
She is going to turn and go, are you telling me I can't be intimidating on my own?
I'm just saying, hey, if you uh, no, I'm not saying that.
I think you
Uh, anyway, it's a lot warmer inside. We should get inside. And he kind of just like drops the conversation at that point.
did. I know I'm laughing, but Alice is like, she's got a slight smirk on her face. It's like, heh. And in she goes with the rest of the group.
Hey.
Nice. Everybody, as you're walking in, uh, now that the lighting is a little bit different, you note the fact that the spear being wielded by Lawrence, it's a little strange. It looks like it's wrapped in a cloth across the whole surface of it, even the spear tip itself. Aside from that, it seems pretty ordinary, but it's a nice cloth to be putting on a weapon, including the pointy part. Oh, strange.
Is there any like symbols on said cloth?
Yes, give me a insight check. Or no, that's for. Actually, yeah, I'll just use the insight check. Oh my.
Nice.
As you're looking at it, you recognize that it is clearly some sort of scripture that's written onto it with like a rather lovely calligraphy. It seems like scripture from the Life Church, just based on the context.
Is Nesrin close enough to Alice that she can like tap you on the shoulder and discreetly point towards that direction?
If I could fucking unmute myself. Yes.
So Alice will slightly like use two of her fingers to like tap you on the shoulder and then point towards the spear in the wrapped fabric.
I'm gonna take a look over there. I'm gonna cast my eyes upon that direction.
Which eye?
Both. But she's kind of got the other one off right now, so it's not really doing much.
Yeah, you cast your eyes in that direction, and yeah, you see some scripture wrapped around his spear. It's kind of strange why it's wrapped around a weapon, but it might be a local thing. You didn't really see too much of that back during your days in the Life Church.
Was it on
But
Lawrence's or the other one?
Lawrence, yes.
Huh.
The false king of the Feywild does not have his
Ah.
spear wrapped up in like scripture.
Uh-huh. I want to ask about it, but at the same time, I don't want to be fucking recognized.
It's also not a winged spear. The false king has a winged spear, and there's like a notable pommel on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy just has like a pretty, based on what you can tell through the wrapping, it seems relatively straight. There's maybe like a bulge in the center for gripping,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems relatively simple comparatively. Not a winged spear.
Hmm.
If you would like someone to poke, I have very sharp fingers.
Oh, yeah, but how would I get this message to you? That's my, like...
And
Um,
without her
You can also
attempting to
just
do something
tap
crazy.
and point.
Yeah, sure. I'll gently like brush my hand over one of your ears, and then gesture to the like very subtle gestures to the scripture around the spear, and do like a little hand motion of like that.
Yeah, talking.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. She will nod a bit and pad up over to Lawrence. Fucking Lawrence. Who the fuck is Lawrence? And unless he notices me, I will tug on his. Is he wearing robes? What is he wearing? Is he wearing a life church garb or just
Yeah, he's got
stuff?
what looks to be. He's got on robes that seem to be life church garb for warriors. There's like some nice golden colored scale mail across various vulnerable parts of the body, but some nice like sky blues and like cloudy whites on his body.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. So she will tug on his robe somewhere to get his attention. Just excuse me if I hope I'm not rude in asking many questions, but I am well new to the life church stuff. Is it usual for you guys to wrap your weapons up?
He glances down at you.
Oh no, this is a rather unusual thing. It's just for select warriors within the church here.
Oh, I mean, can you talk about it, or is it like a secret church thing?
He smiles down at you.
Yes, it's a secret church thing.
Hmm. And the so I'm guessing the scriptures are. I mean, are the runes across it? If you can tell me, I'm just curious, man.
He points along a few of them.
The scriptures, these scriptures are usually just about sealing, a few about bravery. I don't know how else to put this in layman's terms to anybody who hasn't really studied them, but that's about all there is to it. Just what scripture do you think would be wrapped around a dangerous weapon?
Feeling, bravery, strength, sharpness, depending on the weapon. Maybe faith, if you're really into that. So it is just the ritual thing. Do you take it off before you fight?
No, I don't take it off.
Ever?
Not ever.
Are you just trying to hide the rusty spear?
Melon.
Mind your manners.
Right, sorry. I was trying to joke. Apologies.
Apology accepted.
And as you're all walking inside, there's like a good handful of people who are just kind of like meandering around the church. It seems like some sort of sermon might have just finished. But mainly it's like a lot of citizens are just hanging out here, chatting with other people. You can, however, see another one of the warriors who looks to be dressed a lot like Lawrence. But this he's big. Like he's kind of like the size of that automaton who was outside. But he's wearing a helmet, and he's like fully covered his body. He's not 10 feet, but like a bulky dude. He might be a Goliath under the helmet. And as he's just standing around, he's just got his arms crossed in front of him, and you can see mounted on his back is some sort of warhammer.
Is it
Also-
wrapped
wrapped up in scripture, yes.
What the fuck?
He's got his
So-
arms crossed and he's facing the statue in the center of the cathedral.
I'm just gonna hang back to stand by Nezrin's side again and sort of motion her down so she can whisper in her ear and just, is it usual? Is this like a usual thing for Life Church people? The rapping?
Makeshift. May I make a
Yes.
religion check to pull up any knowledge I have of this shit?
Sure.
Ooh.
Come
No
on.
guidance, because I don't want to draw attention to myself. 21.
Still a 21.
Nice.
Off the top of your head, you know that this isn't any sort of like strictly official practice, but the concept of wrapping up a weapon within the scripture of the Bible of your church, or your former church, that's not too strange. Like, you can see the lines connecting. They're like, okay, yeah, I get it, you know? It's sort of like how, like, I don't know, if, like, the Catholic Church saw some, like, Protestants baptizing adults in water instead of babies, they'd be like, okay, I see how you got to the conclusion. I just don't think I think you're doing something wrong, but, like,
Okay.
whatever. You getting there.
Did I ever see a certain paladin friendo of mine do that?
You didn't see them do it, but yeah, no, you just didn't see them do that.
Okay. What was that butt
You might
about
have
there,
seen
buddy
them, like,
boy?
You might have seen them like reading a scroll or something with their weapon, but yeah, you never saw them like wrap a scroll around their
Okay.
weapon.
Okay. Sure. Not where I'm from. It's odd to see. Personally, if I was still in the church, I wouldn't really condone isn't the right word. Approve of the practice, but it's not necessarily forbidden. It's not wrong. He's got the spirit, at least.
And that's good then. So they can probably be trusted.
If they're working with Roko in any form or fashion, no, they cannot.
But these guys were with the faking of the Feywild, right? Or are they just, do they just happen to be there? Makeshift.
As far as you can tell, they just happen to be in the same place.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll
And
see.
as you're continuing to walk, you see that Lawrence kind of gets ahead of the group a little bit more, and he goes to stand in between the bulky dude with the hammer and the statue to get his attention, and he speaks at him directly and goes, "We managed to handle it on our own." And you see the dude through his helmet just give like a slow nod. And then he like steps out of the way from in front of them and walks back towards the group. Well,
Soldier, are you feeling
No,
any
but
need for a dick measuring contest? My axe is better than your hammer, bitch!
as he turns back towards the group, he goes, "Well, all of you can enjoy staying out of the cold for a bit, and feel free to chat around with whoever you please. This is a place to be happy and joyous at this time of year when the weather is not."
Thank you.
Nezrin will bow her head respectfully, and then she's gonna fuck off, and I'm gonna go try and find the statue and the records. Not necessarily in that order. just fucking, yeah. Nice talking to you. Pew! Old lady hustle.
Gotcha. I'll say Group A is whoever's hustling off right now, and Group B is other stuff going on right now. Do any of you want to chat with any of these 3 individuals before you? Or actually 5, because the centaurs are here.
I sort of want to chat with the Fey King of the Feywild, but I know that's not going to go well, so I'm not.
Yeah, nope.
Okay.
I think I'm going to join Nesrin. Just stay by her side.
So we're all doing the old lady hustle then. Bye.
She's doing the old lady hustle. Where I was like, oh god damn it. We'll see ya. Bye.
Just smiting a bot real quick.
Smite.
I
So you're not talking with anybody who's in here right now?
No, don't think so.
not yet.
Gotcha.
Is
dude
everyone
with the
following
hammer.
me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Melena's following you, that means Soldier's following you.
That's a fair point, actually.
Big dude with the hammer is just standing menacingly there. Lawrence is just hanging out. And the King of the Feywild is doing whatever he's doing.
Good, so they're not suspicious when I fuck off then.
Yeah, no, you basically just disappear into the crowd.
Okay,
It
cool.
looks as if you're going to chat with people.
Cool. Great. Love it. I'm fucking off. Peace.
You peace out. And now you're just among the crowd of various citizens of Pleodorus.
You know what?
Where are you going to look?
I may not talk to him, but I will size up the guy with the hammer.
You do that, but do you stand in front of him to do it?
Yes.
Oh.
Just
So
walks there, looks him up and down, looks at his hammer.
as you do that, you can see his head goes up and down a bit as he seems to be sizing you up too.
Muscle flexing a little bit.
He doesn't seem to flex back, but he is just kind of standing there.
All right.
Why
I'm
you
not
doing this?
just going to leave my boy alone. I'm sorry, Grandma.
Can I do an insight check with strength?
Yeah. You can.
Fuck yeah. Ah! An 8.
All the cloth on him makes it a little hard to tell exactly how ripped this dude is, but he's a large dude. It's probably safe to say he's strong.
Just gonna tip tap up beside Soldier, sort of gently grab onto his belt and wave a bit at the big guy. Hello, how's it going? I'm here to
see
prevent a
him-
fight.
You see him like calmly look down at you. Like his whole torso is still pointing the same direction at the statue. And he's silent.
Soldier's gonna put like a hand on top of Balin's head. Almost like, yep, alright, we're done here.
Okay. I mean, hold on. Are you? I'm sorry if it's rude or anything, but are you mute? Is that why you're not talking, or is it also a secret religious thing?
You see the guy with his helmet. I say guy, but you can't really tell. They just turn their heads side to side in a no fashion. And you
Either
hear
one?
Lawrence from nearby just go, by the way, they aren't very talkative.
Oh, just not. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't actually even. Well, you can ask me some other time.
And you see the guy in the armor just like turn and look in the direction of Lawrence, but then back up at the statue.
Is there anything we can see through, like, the slits in the armor?
Give me a perception check. He's got like dots instead of the slits.
Ooh. Oh, that's worse to see. However, never mind. 15?
Not really anything. It's dark in there.
Yeah.
You'd have to be like up against his helmet and like putting your eye into it to really
Just climbs the man like a tree. No, I will not do that. Yeah, she's going to take Solskjaer's hand and tug him to indicate, like, yeah, we can go.
You do that.
Soldier does indeed lead her away. Almost like a child at a playground. Okay, we're done here. Let's go. Let's go home.
Yeah,
And so
we go find Our Lady.
you do that. So, Nezrin, you're looking around. What in particular are you looking for?
I'm looking either for a room with records, scrolls, books, just something I can read, historical things. Either that or the statue, or some sort of statue dripping blood, which probably wouldn't be out in the open. Or I'm looking for a priest.
Gotcha.
Just
So
whatever
as
I
you
come
look
across
around-
first.
I want to say
You
that
did
Ellis
see-
is with Nezrin.
Gotcha. You did see that there was a statue in the main hall that the big dude was staring at. At a glance, it did seem different from the one you remember.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're looking around, it seems like there's a. You find a sort of like offshoot area, which is like cathedral, big open space. There's like a pretty large entryway with some drawn open curtains, and you can see what looks like a small library there of just a bunch of scrolls. It's not
I'm
like
going
a
in.
door. It's pretty open.
Okay, cool.
Word.
It's pretty open. There's not like any barriers or anything. I can just walk in.
Yeah, it's more like a hallway than a doorway, really. You can just enter.
Bet I'm going in. I'm immediately figuring out what sort of sorting system this is. What kind of books are in here? If they got historical shit. If they got bitches. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking for records. I'm looking for old history stuff, specifically over half a millennia ago. Old shit.
Gotcha.
Question:
You see
How
that
big of a
Yeah.
hallway is it?
it's like 10 feet wide. It looks more like a hallway than a door. It just kind of seems like an adjacent room was meant to have lots of people moving through it all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like 10 feet wide.
Okay.
High ceilings. Nobody's gonna bump their head.
Nice. Yeah, I was more asking if like could Alice technically like body block the doorway entrance kind of thing of nobody
No.
see here.
Not quite, but the sight of a centaur standing in the doorway would give some people pause.
You're good. You don't have to block the doorway. It's fine.
Yeah, no. Alice was looking and go, no, I'm just gonna I'll stand off to the side. Let Nezrin do her thing. I'm out of the way, kind of thing.
Gotcha. So you go searching. You do see that there's somebody tending to some scrolls. They look to be a Life Church member. Seems like they're probably a librarian of sorts. Do
Okay.
you want to just ask them around?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and ask him. I'll approach. Gently clear my throat. Pardon me. I was wondering if I'd be able to find any historical records of the church.
Oh, yes. Historical records.
Hmm?
History of the
Preferably
church.
quite old, possibly over 500 years.
Oh, yes. 500. He's like turning a page real slowly.
I have to ask what kind of creature is this librarian?
He's just some old dude.
Oh,
He's a
just some
human.
old dude. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I was hoping for dwarven type man. Just like, God damn, dude, your beard is bigger than you are. All
He's
right,
turning another page slowly. He's like,
Yes, 500. He like looks up. Right up there on the left.
Thank you. And I'm gonna go right up there to the left. Look for those
You're
books.
welcome. You do that, heading up a staircase, which then leads up to the higher up books and scrolls of various kinds. You can see there's some shelves, and then beneath them is those kind of like sideways square frames that house handfuls of scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
And based on some writing on it, it looks like these ones are the history section. And you can see that a few scrolls are marked as being like part of the Life Church's personal history, like a biography.
Hmm.
It seems like those are what you're looking for as you search for the right time date. And you see there's like 3 or 4 scrolls.
Hmm. All right, I'm just gonna take a couple of them. Is there like a table or something that I can set them down on and just read through, or?
Yeah, it's back down the stairs.
Yeah, I'll take them, go back downstairs, sit at the table, start looking through them.
Gotcha. You open up one, and it is just straight up an inventory sheet. It's just a fucking groceries list, basically.
Oof.
Nothing of significance. It's just, yes, we have 3 kegs of wine and 10 bushels of hay and whatever else the church might have needed at that time. And in your internal monologue, you kind of hear the voice of that half elf you met in the past.
Hmm.
For no good reason other than I felt like saying that.
Yeah. I'll put that one aside. Go into the next one.
You open up another one. Again, boring as sin. It's just like a guest ledger, probably of just events that occurred many, many years ago. And there's just a bunch of names listed.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like there's times when attendance spiked seasonally, but nothing out of the ordinary. You open up a third one and give me a D20 roll.
That is a D8. You want a D20? What's with me in sixes today?
666.
Satan.
The devil.
And so you open up another one, and this one's also pretty boring. It's like another guest ledger. They needed more space. Just a long one, but this one ends halfway through because they reach the end of the century. And then there's that final one. Give me another D20 roll.
18.
Fucking nice.
As you open up this one, it seems a bit more freeform, kind of like a notes/journal on the goings on. And it seems like it might have been written by that half elf from all those years ago. This one details basically day-to-day chores, various ways to upkeep the building, but it also has a section which is dedicated to sort of uh, paying tribute. That's it. Paying a tribute to the people who helped build it. There's like names of the people who constructed the building, how long it took to make it, various details like that. And it seems like a section he wrote as like a personal thanks to the people who physically built the structure, and he wanted to make sure they weren't forgotten. Aside from that, this one seems to have a good handful of like lots of just personal notes written by that individual.
Okay.
Is there anything in particular you want to look for among it?
Any mention of Rocco Valentius? Any mention of Alderic's former name? I can't remember it off the top of my head, but Ness probably would. Any mention of a death church? Any mention of a massive schism, of a change? Condolences? Something like that.
Give me an investigation check on the names.
I'm gonna guidance myself here. I'm gonna be quiet about it, but I'm guidancing myself here. Guidance. Investigation. That's intimidation, my dear. Plus 1d4. Please don't roll another 6. Hell yeah, 17.
As you're reading, you realize that the handwriting of the person, the half-elf who had made this long ago, is a little bit unusual, and you're able to cross-reference his notes with some of those guest ledgers that you saw before, and you do see the Valentius name appears plenty of times on the major guests. So it seems like, at the very least, his bloodline, and maybe even a formal way of spelling his name, does appear multiple times, many hundreds of years ago.
When does it stop?
It's a bit difficult to tell because spelling keeps changing, but as far as you can tell, use of the name Valentius doesn't stop throughout the ledgers that occur 500 years ago. They might stop later on, but the name Rocco does stop pretty early on, and it turns into other things like Robert and things like that.
Randall.
Just other other names that start with an R, maybe his descendants.
Okay, alright.
Robert.
Robert Valentius.
Bobby Valentius.
Richard, and call him Dick. Any mention of Alderic's old name at all?
Indeed, you do see that pretty early on around the time frame you're looking for. The name Doscal appears in one of the ledgers.
Any notes from the individual?
About them?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't seem like any notes were taken specifically about them.
Nothing there. Okay. I might have to go a bit further back then. I'll take the scrolls back upstairs. Look for even older.
Sure. Next to it, you only really see like one really dusty old scroll that's like older than that. And it's small enough that you could just like open it and hold it at like arm's length.
I bet. I do that.
And as you're glancing around through it, it's literally just an instructions manual on how to take care of the statue. It's like, make sure to like oil this part and scrub these parts. And if a bird gets inside, make sure to get out a very sturdy ladder and like gently clean the top of it. Give me a investigation check as you read it.
Another guidance.
Guidance.
I love cantrips.
They're great.
Investigation. 24. I am baby 24.
One detail about the cleaning procedure jumps out to you immediately. It very clearly makes note of the fact that as you're cleaning the arms of the statue that hold a jar, you need to make sure that you clean the underside and that first, and then as you clean the top side, you must very gently, only with the weight of the cloth, clean the top side of the arms, and make sure that you hold your hand underneath the arms of the statue to make sure that it's cleaned properly. So you know that like it never mentions being gentle before, aside from just being careful not to break the statue. But when it mentions the arm, it says only use the weight of the cloth when you're cleaning the top part. So like if the arms are like this, it's like very gentle
Yeah.
here, ordinary down here.
Got it. Odd. That's pretty much all I find, though. Is that stuff?
Yeah.
I'll put it back. Leave the area. I'm sure everyone else is here by now. Give them, like, a small shake, like, nah, I found nothing. I'm gonna go back to the front. I'm gonna look and see what statue they've got. Up at the front. Just want to see.
Back up at the front, there is a similar statue to the one that you saw before, but this one's different. It seems larger, more angelic. It's also holding a jar, but this one just doesn't seem like the one you saw in the past. Maybe they built a new one, refurbished it once they had more money.
I won't touch it, but can I do, like, a little... Not... I want to do investigation check on the statue without touching it.
Sure, give me an investigation check.
I will not do guidance as I am in public and I don't want to draw attention to myself. 14.
What are you looking for on this statue specifically?
I'm looking at the arms. I'm also looking to see if, like, any cracks on there seem... Apologies to those who don't like this word. Moist.
So, as you're looking around at the statue, it seems fairly ordinary. Nothing particularly strange. You do see that, like, the sleeves of the arms, it seems like the arms kind of recess a bit deeper into the structure. It's hard to tell if it's just an artistic choice, but as you, like, glance down the sleeve, it looks like the arms are carved a bit further up. Perhaps it was an indication not to clean the top of them because they might be more fragile, hanging on to less material.
Anybody else have any ideas? Because my brain is not coming up with shit.
I have a very, very bad idea,
No.
which is
What's
gonna
your
involve
idea?
breaking a statue, and I don't feel like that's a good one.
I'll say the details about cleaning it really slowly. So the groundskeeper, the person cleaning the statue, is told, yeah, clean the whole thing just fine, oiled up. When you do the arms, though, the arms of the statue, clean the underside normally, but when you're on the top, don't press down on it.
Okay, so we should press down on it then.
There you go.
Okay. Hey, Nezrid's gonna, like, think about it for a minute, look at the statue, raise her eyebrows. Is Maylin nearby? I need your chaotic energy. She's gonna look around for you, look down, kind of like do a little finger, like, come here.
Immediate
Orange
bounding
cat.
up. Hi.
Man.
I smell a shit idea. Fuck yeah!
Maylin, I have an idea, and I think I am in need of your particular brand of chaotic nonsense.
You just see a grin spreading on her face before she just shuts it down, like, does a bit of a hand motion, folds her hands. Yes, okay, yes.
Do you think you can cause a distraction on that end of the chapel? Keep attention away from over here? Perhaps with animals? Perhaps...
Oh, I
somehow
can
else?
definitely make a distraction with animals.
7,000 fucking pigeons!
I see you saw that meme too.
I just said that to Corbin today as well.
Do you do
this
you need
man.
like a particular? Do you need a particular time frame? Do you want everyone? How destructive can I be?
I mean,
I mean, I
try
don't want
not
to
to
be destructive.
cause too much in property damage. I don't think Mr. Magnelius would like that very much. But enough to draw basically everyone's attention away. I have a feeling what I'm about to do might be loud and hard to not notice. So it needs to be big.
Question, Makeshift.
Yes.
Is that other knight dude still there, staring at
He
the
is.
statue?
Still there. He's only like 60 feet away, and he's just
Alice is going to
not
politely.
breaking line of sight.
Alice is going to politely make a noise of somebody's still staring at it, and I don't think he's going to leave due to animals.
If they're dangerous ones,
Just once.
you need to get him not to look.
All right.
And I would suggest making it look like you didn't do it on purpose.
Yes, I will try to not have my.
I don't
Magical
think we want to be
signature all
picking
over
you
it.
up from jail.
Oh, they can't catch me. But yes.
I look over. Who's there right now? Soldier or Flowers?
Ever since the whole thing outside of the pot, it's been Soldier.
Okay. Soldier.
Like, looks over. Doesn't say anything, but yeah, he's listening.
Okay. Will you help her?
Someone's gonna have to pull her out of it.
Exactly. Thank you.
And he will turn and will walk to where she went.
Yeah, I've gone like towards the entrance of the thing.
Alice is going to give you a look of, what do you want me to do?
Keep an eye on that guard.
She will look that direction, turn her head back forward, and have him in her peripheral vision.
Oh, do I have the invisible mage hit? I don't think I took that. No, I didn't. I took telepathic, not telekinetic. Or did I even take
But
telepathic?
do you know?
No, I took shadow touched. I do have mage
Do
hit.
you know what you can do though?
Well,
Right! The invisible. Huh. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Okay,
Only
cool.
receive the powers of the god of death.
Yeah, right. if Nesrin were not a sister of death, she'd be a blonde ditz. Oh. All right.
I mean,
She was a
wasn't she
blonde
blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I will wait.
So you might want to turn invisible out of sight of everybody else.
Yeah. I'll tell Alice to keep an eye on the guard. Look over at the guard. Thank God I have my veil on, and then I'm going to give a little head nod before kind of melting into the crowd and then slowly melting into like a corner, sticking to the shadows. What is that
Give me a stealth
face?
check. The one on my face right now?
No, her.
Oh.
Stealth. I am going to guidance, though. I am going to guidance this because, oh boy.
I'm fascinated to see what happens next.
Me too.
Hey.
Me too.
Fuck. 14.
Okay. You find a quiet spot where it seems like nobody's looking at you, and you, I presume, go invisible at that point?
I'm gonna wait until the distraction starts and there's a little bit of a hoopla.
Okay.
All right, but I'm gonna just slink into a corner. I'm gonna maybe slide into like a side pew. You know how in a lot of Catholic churches there's like you have the main aisle, but then you've got a couple on the sides. I'm gonna sit in one of those side ones, fold my hands in front of me, tilt my head downwards, and I'm gonna listen for the chaos. All right, Kitty, what have you got?
Makeshift. Question. Conjure animals only describes the number of animals from 1/4 to 2 CR. How many CR0 shits can I summon?
You just gotta keep that slope going. I'm pretty sure it just doubles from 1/4 CR.
Okay, hold on.
You will
Let me-
never
I gotta
approach
get back.
0 though by halving it.
Isn't it like 2, 4, 6, 8 animals, or just
It's a quarter, half, 1, 2. It's an exponential.
Post the spell, and I'll tell you what
Actually, no, not exponential.
my verdict is.
7,000
gonna-
fucking bitches.
1 beast of challenge rating 2, 2 beasts of challenge rating 1, 4 of 1/4, or 8 of 1.
There's also
4 of
1
1/2 or
8.
8 of 1/4.
Oh god, please say it's
So
12.
1, 2, 4, 8.
16, not 12.
I'll say it's 16 CR0.
Okay, 16. 16. All right. There's.
I'm
I will-
terrified.
There's several. Okay.
Talk to us first above table before you make a decision
Yeah.
here.
Okay,
What
I'm
are you
thinking.
thinking?
I go outside. I go into a bush. I summon a fuck ton of like forest animals.
Hmm.
I myself turn into an animal.
A dangerous one?
Yeah, very dangerous one.
Oh.
Very dangerous one.
Oh no!
Yes.
Wait.
So-
where's Waylon?
Okay, wait. Makeshift's face right
Oh,
now. Okay,
Saturday.
let's think about this. These are two very powerful creatures. We don't know what the fuck Lawrence is. I'm pretty sure the King of the Feywild's some fucked up piece of work. If you turn into that, what's to stop them from smiting you?
Okay, but also wild shape. It's a wild shape, so
Right.
it'll absorb
Not
some
this
of
one.
the HP.
Not this one. I know how it works, how Makeshift made it work on his end. That's the same HP pool.
It's the
Well,
same
if
people.
it's Circle of Instinct, yeah. But if you're... Oh, wait, no, we did this
It's
a
not
custom
circle
thing.
of instinct.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
This is a custom thing.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, there's just a chance
Fine.
that they turn into a different stat block.
I've seen
But,
the stat block.
You'll still get smacked right out of that pretty quickly, and...
Yeah, but
then they're gonna be
it
like,
will certainly
"What are
be
you-"
a distraction.
Then they're gonna be like, what are you doing?
I
You can
will
just
play-
summon 16 deer and call it a day.
Your cat
But
behind you
they're
is having
not
a time.
dangerous. They're not
There's
dangerous.
still gonna be, what the fuck are
I wanted-
16
okay.
deer doing here?
Hang on. What the fuck? Yeah,
Also-
but we need to move the guard. That's
Or-
the thing.
Or 16 seals glumphing in.
Well, okay, but hear me out. The seal thing could work because seals are usually a lot of kilograms. Like a lot. So they might need somebody who's like really strong to help move some of the really fat ones. Because the fat ones, we've all seen Neil the Seal, they can be a bit of a bastard. So hear me out. A bunch of seals, they come in, you tell them with like your telepathy and go like, hey, go start beating up the traffic cones. Or, hey, there's a pew in there. It called your mother a bitch. Go get it. And you just send the seals in. I'm totally not doing this because I just love seals.
I have a question. Where is Waylon?
He's just hanging out with the group right now.
Which group?
The one... Good question, actually.
Probably not
He's
me.
Probably... Yeah, he's not with Nezrin right now. I think he might have just gone with you to check out the guard. He's kind of away from the action, though. I don't think he wants to be near whatever's about to occur.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing is Kitty go with the seals so that Alice can be like, hey, yo, help, move heavy thing.
But I mean,
It's your decision, Kitty. I'm just saying.
If
What
you
we know,
go
you might get smited.
if you go with the Schmindigo, you
yeah.
are
Hold
going
up.
to get hit, and it might start an actual like not okay fight.
Makeshift.
Yes?
Look at that stat block.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you for a sign of God. Do you have an opinion on this?
I mean, I will certainly be fascinated to see what happens if your character decides, yeah, this is a good idea. After I saw that dude kill that big ass robot, yeah, this should go well, and I'm interested.
You could also
I think you'll
16.
I think you'll
Sorry.
I think you'll probably die, but it'll be interesting.
You could also get 16 fucking baboons. Those are the big ass monkeys, by the way. They could start throwing shit everywhere.
Oh,
Zendo
God.
alone.
Yeah.
Zendel alone
So-
weak.
Okay.
But
I
apes
don't need to
they're
get in there
strong.
though.
So
I can just like
if you think your character would transform into their Wendigo form intentionally, by all means do it. I promise you they will probably die. But
Yeah.
I can tell you this. You can visibly see the interior from where you are. Like you could just step outside and cast conjure animals through the doorway.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm okay. I'm going to summon a bunch. Can I summon different types of animals?
Hold on 1 second. I would
Yeah.
like to point out there is a CR between 0 and 1/4. There's 1/8.
Yeah, there's 1/8.
So hear me out. 24 big ass fucking seals. 24 raging baboons. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to pick animals that are native to this area, just so
Damn it!
they're not like it's
So
not
anyway,
too
if anyone in chat is ever wondering what the fuck DMing for these clowns is like, welcome.
I mean, this is only the second time we've had to like, Kitty, what are you doing?
To be
Yeah.
fair, I started this and I take full responsibility. Do it, bitch.
Do it.
Okay. I'm going to go back. No.
I trust you.
I will. Don't do that.
Believe in you, Kitty. Believe in the you I believe in.
Believe in
I
me,
am-
believes in you.
You don't know how fucking orange I am. I am an orange cat. I not only have the fucking chaotic side, but also the curiosity to pull it through.
All
This
I'm
is
saying,
bad.
pick whatever animal you want. Don't turn into a Wendigo. Let's just
That
put that
I
there.
agree with.
Just
Yeah.
just
I agree with
This-
further.
Summoned animals, do not throw yourself off the cliff.
yeah. Please don't. Okay, let me just put it this way. I have a feeling Malin is smart enough to think, if I turn into a Schmindigo right now, there are some people who are going to be very upset and going to try and kill me. If I die, Flowers is going to be really sad. So let's not do
Yeah,
that.
I wrote a fic about that. Anyway, you don't know this?
No, I'm remembering.
Okay, good. Anyway, I'm going to summon as many various forest animals as I can, and I'm going from the outside, and I'm going to instruct them to rush in, fuck shit up, respectfully, maybe. No, fuck shit up. Yeah, and just act natural. Yeah.
Badgers,
Gotcha.
deers, rats, one flying monkey.
Maybe, yeah.
Just for the fey of it all.
So you're just summoning miscellaneous creatures that are native to the area?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You do that.
Please make some of them
Summoning
badgers.
a bunch of animals just to the mouth of the church, and with the bleat, roar, and growl of like 24 different
bah.
animals. Yeah. Everybody turns their attention to the sound of it with a confused look on their face before going wide-eyed, seeing the wide variety of animals now summoned at the entrance.
And
Do you make them
yeah.
do anything?
they're gonna like be animals in a church, as in like rubbing themselves up against like pews and licking holy water and shitting on.
Yeah!
You do that, causing a brief montage of like a deer standing at eye level to like a holy water thing, just going, look at the way he eats soup. What an asshole. There's just like a bunch of squirrels and things just like jumping around, chasing each other on the pews. Yeah, like various like there's like a beaver and a muskrat like staring each other down, and like there's people between them. Just a lot of animal behavior going on.
Please tell me a fox
it'll-
pisses on something. That stench is awful.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, sure. The fox pisses on something. You see like two foxes chasing each other around all over the place. And you see a bunch of members of the church like rushing over towards it to like try and keep the guests away from the animals. They're kind of just like, oh, no, go outside. No, how'd you get here? Just a commotion all over the place. But a number of clergymen still remain standing nearby the statue, namely like two of them, but their attention is drawn towards the entrance, wondering like what is going on over there.
All right, we've got to get him away. Bring it home, Malin. Watch him.
Not into a Spendigo.
Not into a Schmendigo, into something big and destructive. Not mean, but big and destructive.
Wait, couldn't she herself turn into a seal?
Yeah, but if seals aren't native, then like this is a mountainous region.
Not
Yeah.
true.
Hold on, let me
It's a
A
see.
seal.
bear?
That might
That
get her
would be
killed.
fun.
Fun, but it might get her killed. Oh, well, okay, no. Unless you were like a friendly bear. Brown bears are the friendly ones, right? Or are those the mean ones?
Oh, those are the dangerous ones.
Okay, so maybe, I mean, if she turns into a black bear, she could just run it, like come in like donga 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 dong, and just start like looking around for food. Maybe even walk up to someone like, you got food in your pocket? No, you don't got food in your pocket. But donga donga
Lots on the
dong.
floor, just
Yeah, just like put her fat ass in the middle of the aisle and just not let people leave.
Hold on, I'm looking through. Hold on, let me challenge rating. I think the max I can do is 2 at the moment.
Cave bears.
About a moose.
A moose.
Guys are assholes.
Yeah. I think an awakened elk is even what's something I
Wait.
can do.
An awakened white moose is 3. What about elks? Yeah. Elk is a quarter. A giant elk is 2. So a giant elk would work.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna be a fucking giant elk. Just gonna lower my head into the cathedral, being very careful of the antlers. I'm gonna let out that fucking haunting screech that elks do, but in bass boosted because I'm big.
Bass boosted elk screech. Oh, that'll deafen people. Ooh, that'll make the statue easier to get to. I will say,
I'm gonna
real quick,
go.
when the commotion starts with the other animals, that's when I'll do the foof, and I will poof out of existence.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I would immediately know which one is Malin, by the way. Just from yeah.
Yeah, that one's a bit
Yeah.
more orange than the other ones.
That elk is a little stupid.
That
So
elk is a bit too cat.
a big ass elk just marches
Yeah.
its way right through the front door.
Yeah.
I want to walk up to him, and I want to fail the strength check against her deliberately.
Ah.
Just go.
Nice.
All right, get out of here. Just cloak.
Gonna lower my antlers to him and like try and push him away.
Give me a performance check as you do that.
Can I convince you to make it a performance with strength?
Because he's...
Yeah.
Nice. Now you're thinking of portals.
5.
Ugh.
As you're trying to like pose correctly, you do an okay job. I mean, most people are focused on the fact that it's a giant deer or a giant elk, and it pushes you down pretty easily. And a lot of people are like, "Ooh, this is somebody gonna do something?"
Can I see that from where I am near the guy in the armor?
Yes.
Alice is going to get. She's going to go. Sir, I think they need help at the front with the giant elk at the doorway.
And right as you say that, he like slowly turns his head over to the side to look in that direction. And he pauses looking at it for a moment. And he doesn't move, but he has turned his head to the side, which Nezrin, you are capable of seeing since you're probably paying attention to him.
Fuck it. If he's not looking, I'm going for it. I'm walking up to that statue, and I am pushing on those arms.
Nice. As you reach up and grab down the arms, you pull them a bit and you hear a click.
Hmm?
Like there was a little bit of give for a moment, and
Mhm.
then thunk, like
Mhm.
you ran into something. It might be that it's locked right now, but you know beyond a shadow of a doubt, these arms, they are a lever. And levers open something.
Oh, fuck. Do I have the... I don't think I have the lock shit. Fuck.
He just casts Knock, one of the loudest spells in the game.
Yeah. Shit. I don't have a wizard spell that can do this. Damn.
You do have silence.
I do have silence. Oh, but that's gonna like alert him though, because if he suddenly can't hear.
Wait, couldn't you like have it where it's just outside the range of hitting him though? Because isn't it like a sphere of space?
Yeah, it is a sphere. I could. Makeshift, could I? Is there enough space for me to put the edge of my silence spell in between me and this guy?
One more time, you're trying to put the silence spell.
Mm-hmm. I want to cast the silence spell in a position where the edge of the spell is in between me and the guard that looked away from the statue. That way, it's silent on the statue and me, but he can still hear. So, like, I want to make it in a way where I'm not making him go, why can I suddenly not hear? Somebody's fucking with the statue.
Oh, yeah. He's easily far enough away that
Okay.
you can put the silence spell just on you and the statue.
Okay, cool. I'm going to do that. So that is a... yeah, I don't need to concentrate on guidance anymore. So I drop a silence spell in between me and the statue, me and the guard. Now I'm going around and I'm looking at this statue for like, I don't know, another lever. I'll push on the other arm. I'll look for like inscription somewhere. Use my old historical knowledge. I am jujitsuing this. I'm Jesus jitsuing.
Pulls out the little hammer. Tap, 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 tap,
Tap,
tap.
tap, 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 tap. I mean, I can't hear it, so it would be kind of useless, but...
Eyeball.
Eyeball.
Eyeball. I'm gonna activate the eyeball too. Eyeball, please.
It's a new item. It's 2 new items.
It's-
So you
yeah,
need
it's-
reminders.
Yeah, I need to actually like make an item for me.
Gotcha.
Eyeball first, and then I'm gonna
And-
look around the statue for jiggles and shits.
You activate the eyeball, and in your peripheral vision, you can already see that like the big guard has like turned his attention back in the direction of the centaur in front of him,
Mhm.
and he's looking back at the statue. But I assume you are not still holding down the statue arm.
No.
Gotcha.
When it clicked, I
It,
let go of it.
Yeah, and it just went back up to its previous position when you did that.
Okay.
As you examine it, give me an investigation check.
Oh, fuck. I still have silence up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, but if I cast guidance, that silence is gonna drop, so I can't. Fuck. There is nothing I can do to make this better.
And as you're looking around, you don't really see anything unique about the statue. It seems pretty ordinary.
15?
You also have to like climb this thing just a little bit to even get up to the arms.
Yeah.
So as you're looking around, you kind of like hike yourself up there, trying to keep yourself quiet, as that's all you need when you're invisible. You do have to look down for a moment to get your footing, and as you look down with the eye active, something beneath the floor seems like it's glowing. It seems faint and distant, like something deep underwater, but there might be something beneath the church here. And you notice the jar seems like it's not quite attached to the hands. It's almost like a foreign object resting in the hands of the statue.
Fuck. I really want to open this jar. Fuck. But if I do, he's gonna know.
The jar is empty, by the way. It just looks like it's
Is it a-
hollow. But It's made
Okay.
of stone.
Okay, so it's empty.
Yeah.
Foreign object. If I take the jar out, will it move?
I feel like if you take the jar out, you'll be found out really
I mean,
quickly.
yeah, but like, I don't know, maybe if I come back here at night or something.
You only need to lift it like a little bit.
Can I attempt to like gently jostle the jar? Not enough to like be seen unless he's like looking directly at the jar, but like just jostle it enough to see if it moves.
Yeah, give me just a tiny. Give me, I guess, dexterity check to see if you can really gently adjust it, just to see what it does.
Any chance I can convince you with advantage?
There's nothing that would really cause advantage, no.
Let's check.
Eee.
Can't quite get it to budge. Like you try to, but like you kind of like slip a bit as you're standing on the statue,
Mm-hmm.
and you're kept silent due to the spell. But not much is like it just looks like a sturdy piece of the structure. You couldn't really wiggle it.
Mm. All right. Well, he's looking back at the statue.
Or-
There's not really much I can do right now.
Yeah, or I should say, it feels like a sturdy piece of the statue.
Mm. All right. I'm gonna drop silence and back away, back into my little spooky corner before reappearing. I'm keeping the eye on though. I have
Now,
some things
before you reappear,
Mm-hmm.
so the way this room is set up is, there's a whole cathedral room, and kind of at like the pinnacle of that room, the opposite side of the doorway,
Yeah.
is the statue.
Yeah.
There's like a little space around the statue for like lighting to come in and hit it. So when you're creeping away, you do have to kind of like go towards the door and away to
Yeah.
find a hiding spot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're in plain sight.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, as you're are you like keeping your eye contact on the door as you walk away?
Statue.
Statue as you walk away? Gotcha.
I'm a little focused on the statue right now, kind of not muttering under my breath, but I'm thinking to myself like, "Ooh, there's something under there, and I know it, and I know it's gonna lead me to something like Roko's secret cult or some shit." So like, I'm thinking real hard about this statue as I'm backing away and grumpy about it.
As you're backing away, give me a. I'm thinking. Give me a Constitution saving throw to see if you can keep your voice in. You'll see why.
11.
All right. You managed to keep your voice in, if you so choose to. As you're backing away, you feel a hand grip down on your shoulder, suddenly and firmly. Your invisible shoulder, mind you.
Yeah.
Or, no, I shouldn't say your shoulder. That would look too strange. You feel something grab your hand firmly and then gently loosen just a bit. Like it was trying to say, I know you're there. Relax. And you don't yelp automatically.
Yeah. It's more like a little gasp rather than like an audible yelp. It's more like a. And then I'm gonna slowly turn my head and see what the fuck just touched me. Who can see me right now? If it's Roko, I swear to God, I'm gonna shit.
If it's Lawrence,
It is not
I don't know.
Roko.
Who is
You
it?
turn your head really slowly to keep yourself as quiet as possible. And you see the false king of the Feywild not making eye contact with you. He's looking towards the doorway. And just for a moment, he glances over at you, right at where your eye level would be. Almost like he knows how to make eye contact with you just based on what he thinks your height is. Maybe it's just that he found your hand and he's like, I know the height of this person. But he glances at you, looks back at the door, and says, be more careful. Let's go
Did she ever drop the silence spell?
I did, yes.
And keeps walking.
Okay. Bobby.
And he walks over towards the door.
Would I at some point notice any of that?
Oh, wait. No, hang on, sorry. He was supposed to say something else a moment ago.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Roll back, roll back, roll back.
Oh.
Quick little retcon. He says, be more careful. Midnight, around the back. Tonight. And then he walks away.
Okay.
Okay. This is fine. I'm fine. Shit, fuck, shit. Okay. I'm gonna stand there, shitting my pants. Not literally. But I'm gonna stay invisible for a bit as I try to like process that. Watch him go. After almost a full like 10 seconds of what the fuck, I will continue slinking back into like my little hiding spot. Reappear. I will try to join the others. At least the ones that are not currently in animal form.
Would anyone try and get at least Soldier's attention that it's now okay?
I will as I'm walking over. And I
Alright, then I will actually push Malin out of the church.
I'm going to nibble at his clothes for snacks.
Oh my God.
give her a treat. She's a good little elk. Good big elk.
Clown.
And you manage to just push Malin out of the church slowly.
Bye.
And meanwhile, there's like a bunch of like standard church guard who like have spears that are just regular, kind of like worriedly pointing in the direction of the elk, like, "Whoa, please don't charge at us."
All right, I will be pushed out, wander into the forest, go back to small, and go back to soldier. Just all right. Was that distracting? Was that distracting?
Very.
Good, wonderful. Let's go back.
Ness is standing near Alice and Wayland, thankful for the veil because her face is just wide-eyed. And
Did
Yeah.
you mention anything to
I have not
Alice?
said a damn word yet.
Alice is just going, okay, I guess she wants to wait till privacy. For everybody else to be here. She's just like, okay, hope everything's okay.
I will help with getting the animals out, just like calling out to them through being a druid. Just like, go on now. Back to your forest. This is no don't piss on that. Oh.
These clerics better know mending, prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should probably be alright.
After all that chaos, we shouldn't be here anymore. I will nod to Wayland and Alice and be like, let's fucking go. And start leaving the church. And as we pass by Malin and Soldier, it's gonna be, let's fucking go. We are
Just
leaving right the fuck
away.
now. I fucked up. This man is freaking me out.
Yeah. Malin is looking happier than ever, man.
She got to do her particular
Okay.
brand of nonsense.
Yes.
As Nesrid walks by, she reaches up, her hands shaking a little bit, but she gives you a gentle pat between the ears. And then we'll continue walking.
Yeah. I will stick close.
Nice.
Is Nosrin gonna wait till after we get out or back to
Yes. She's gonna wait till we're back in the cart.
Okay.
Alright. You do that, getting back in the cart.
We get back in the cart. Nezra takes her spot, starts pulling away from the church. Once we are a little further away from everyone, she'll turn slightly. The king of the Feywild knew. The false king.
He knew?
He knew.
Huh.
I don't know if
What
he
did
could.
he know?
I used the wrist bone. I went invisible. He somehow knew as I was backing away from the statue. He grabbed my hand.
Did he say anything?
He said for me to meet him at midnight in the back of the church. Told me to be more careful.
That is incredibly strange. But okay.
He did not say whether I was to come alone or not.
Well, you're not
Oh.
going alone.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to, but I would highly advise against it.
Alice is gonna give Malin a look of you really gonna tell her she has the choice?
I would prefer to go alone, but I understand stopping. She looks at everyone. Stopping you people is a bit of a chore. And not one that I am willing to deal with today.
Oh, I had plan B for that chaos. Don't worry. Stopping me is not a chore, it is work.
What was... I don't want to know.
A full-time job.
Nice. I think we should return to the mansion. Lay as low as possible. I need to think on
Alright.
some things.
Don't keep everything to yourself, but yes.
And I will direct the cart back to the mansion.
you do that, is there any conversations you all want to have with each other before the session ends?
Malin will just tell them about various chaotic things she has done in the past. And it is very colorful, and it is surprising that she is not in some jail.
Yeah. And on that
Yeah.
note, I'm going to end the session there.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
Oh,
good session. Good session.
Nice.
that was a good session. That was a fun session too.
Chaos.
Yes.
Hell
Chaos.
yeah. All right, people, shill your shit.
Purple.
Purple Rose VA, our audio on YouTube, Twitch, Blue Sky, Twitter. I stream. I work on videos.
Kitty 666 or
Death's kitty.
Kitty 66. That's Kitty 666 or KB42 on Twitter and Blue Sky. I do art. Commission, yes. Money for art. Yeah.
She's very orange right now.
Money for art. Money for art.
Alms
Money
for
for
the
art.
poor. Alms for the poor.
Khajiit has art if you have wear. No. Fuck.
If you have coins.
Khajiit has art if you have coin.
There you go. There you go, buddy. I believe in you.
There you go. There you go.
Kitty did the art for our characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yash the Panda, Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky. I usually stream on Saturdays. I also run the show on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's me. There's the Green Goober. I have a YouTube, but I'm on Twitch, and specifically next Friday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 10:30 Germany time, I will be doing a very big fun stream where you're actually going to see my fucking face for the first time. So come to that stream. It's going to be fun. I have
Save the
nothing
date.
planned. Save the date. There's no marriage, just me and my fursuit.
Nice.
And then there's your boy Makeshift. I'm done with recording that one video. I just gotta do some more stuff. I gotta assemble some assets for it. That's all.
Yeah.
Stop
yeah, you
hitting
do.
yourself.
So many things.
It's okay.
Anyway, that's all, everybody.
That's all, folks. Bye-bye.
That's all,
Take
folks.
care. Have a good night.
Oh.
Fuck the jury,
Fuck the
guys.
jury,
I don't want to
go.
go back to the basement.
Yeah.